Oh no.
I I see that you were hella focused. I think I should just fuck my liver tonight.
No.
It's my last few hours being 22, so
22.
I'm going. I'm I'm
Yeah.
yeah, eh, my liver is big.
Reward
I could
yourself with a clean liver.
fuck
Yes.
that. Um, yeah. Fuck that. What? I honestly stopped caring like halfway through today. Yeah.
Do you have plans?
What?
Do you have plans for your birthday?
Not anymore.
Oh damn.
It's re. It was really out of my control because my dad was being an ass.
Mm.
I don't know. He has been annoying me. You know what? I'm going to get the rest of that white oak. I'll be right back. I bought liquor today, so there's that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, strawberry liquor.
Oh. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be moving all of us to the podcast room. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, since you're here, you first. Wait, what? Okay.
Come, guys. I want to see your beautiful faces. Turn your cameras on. Relax, no? But yeah, I was up with Najee and the board kept joining and leaving. We played Fall Guys. And then we're just looking at food. Who was playing Fall Guys? Somebody was playing. And then we're just looking at
So,
food.
Vivid, this is
Who was
well,
playing Fall
can
Guys?
you see this?
Fall Guys.
This is the liquor
And
I
then
bought
we're just
today.
looking at
So,
food.
Vivid,
Ooh, that looks so nice.
this is
Who was
well,
playing Fall
can
Guys?
you tell
Fall
Zinia?
Guys.
This is the liquor
And
I
then we're
bought
just
today.
looking at
So,
food.
strawberry liquor. The first one I had was an apple liquor,
Mm,
and it was really good. Fucked me up though, but it was really good. Anyway, I'm going to be finishing this tonight.
okay.
So, wish me luck.
Hey.
Honestly, I'd rather you not. Like I'm being so for real right now.
Oh my god.
I
Oh.
messed up your whole night. That's crazy. My night has already been ruined, so
Okay.
I'll just drink into my birthday. We're going we're going on a high note.
Oh, wow. You should have done drugs and not alcohol.
I have an unfinished blunt in my bag, so
Hmm. Interesting.
yeah. I my smoking for um leisure has gone into smoking to curb my anxiety.
When I don't smoke
Yeah.
often though.
Oh wow, this is almost done already. It's disappointing. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Okay. I can't my throat. But yeah, I don't remember who was playing Fall Guys, but then yeah, I just ended up playing a game, and then I just ended up staying awake until 5:30. Yeah, me and Najee, we're just looking at food and looking at Amazon things. Yeah, cause like a lot of people are awake until like 4. Void left us last, and I don't know. And we're looking at cute bags that he could give his girlfriend, like, cause I have like duck bags and chicken bags and cow bags and just animal bags, and I was showing them. Yeah, like they shape like the little duck. Yeah, so we're looking at that, and then I was supposed to get groceries today and work out and go outside, and I woke up at 3 and did none of that. Well, I woke up at 9, but I felt like a zombie, so I went back to bed. And then I woke up at 3 and I looked at the ocean and stood outside and came back inside.
Damn, your quality is kind of shit.
I
Oh,
think
it's better now.
yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
dark before.
Now it was hella pixelated. Like, hello, Minecraft.
Wow.
I just did. You're welcome. So I have put something in my system to absorb most of the alcohol.
Okay. I promote drinking on an empty stomach.
That's
Yeah, that's the point. It's fun.
I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun with Jody, but I'm going to be the one suffering afterwards. Ah, as she
You
should.
have to live life. When I go with my friends, I don't eat before. I just drink and get high after, and then eat after. I mean,
Jody. Jody makes me happy.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't live in Jamaica because, like, one time I got high at the beach and I threw up at the beach and slept on the ground at the beach, and I was just.
Cheers.
It was at
Oh.
Doctor's Cave. Like, I don't know if you know. Yeah, that was the first time I got high. Cause I had the whole thing. Cause I was like, okay, I'm only gonna have half, and then it tasted bad. I was with a friend. Both of us got high. No,
Oh,
it's like that happened to us together.
Jody,
Mhm. It
my
was fun.
Jay is going to hate my puppeteer right when the next time we play,
Oh my god.
because my puppeteer is at level 22 right now.
Wow. Play somebody else.
I've been playing Cheryl.
Oh yeah.
Cheryl is at level 6 right now,
Okay.
and Ash from Evil Dead 2 is on level 2, I think.
Oh okay.
Yeah, but I'm mostly going to be paying attention. I got my puppeteer at a solid level.
Mhm.
For you guys,
Wow.
I'm going to be focusing on Cheryl for a while until I get her to level 22.
Oh. Is that the highest level?
No, it's not. It goes way higher than that, but since I don't play the game often, I think 22 is
You don't play the game often. Wow.
I don't. If I played for a while. but I don't play it often.
Okay.
Exactly what I'm doing. It's water. It's water.
Mhm.
Yes, it is. It's just in a fancy bottle.
Yes.
Yeah. Alcoholism is fine, guys, as long as you're responsible with it. Don't be like me. Don't drink your feelings away. I would have I would honestly I would if I give myself that if the me now gave myself that advice, when I was a heavy alcoholic, the past me would have probably said, yeah, no, my liver is bigger than my heart, so drink
Wow.
more, love less, which I
Sad.
still kind of live by, to be honest. You have a whole man. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
God no?
exactly. You see, here's the thing. Toy Soldier was already looking you from time, so he's willing and able to put up with your bullshit. So was that. So was yes, because he's still with you to this day. And trust me, I was too at a certain point in time, but then I just gave up. Willing to put up with your bullshit. Yeah, but I have alcohol to help me with that.
Wow. It's okay.
Fuck work.
Just want to let you know you're not being heard on the YouTube. Yeah,
Oh, wow. So wait, so
just
are they seeing my bad habits right now?
yes, they're seeing you and hearing Yuki, but not the host. You're not being
Okay.
heard at all.
Oh.
All right. I just fixed it. Thank you, babe.
You're
Go,
welcome.
I,
All right.
David,
Well,
Probably sounds like
later.
you're talking to your demons.
That's crazy.
I have been known for doing that though.
Hi, Maggie.
Wow.
Hi, Go Slow and hi, Zeus. Now you guys can hear me saying hi to you, so hello.
Why do you always have that issue though? Like,
I don't know. I think it's because I switch between OBS profiles. So I have two OBS profiles. I use one for podcasting whenever we do this, and then I have
uh-huh.
one for whenever I do gameplay. So I think whenever I
But
switch
the
between it messes up the audio stuff.
but the scene collection is the same, right?
More or less, yeah. More or less.
Okay.
Like I had to remake them for this one, so like they didn't transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it's like two different settings.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah. You funny thing. When I started out and like I was always like messing with my OBS and stuff, I always used to like save the profile and I thought that would just like save everything. But whenever I like restarted my OBS or like I cleaned it all because something was going on with it, I never had the scene collection saved.
I literally used to what do you call it? I used to control S OBS thinking that it saved stuff that I changed. Yeah, I was
She
that
said
dumb.
Control S. Yo, this. Fuck. Okay, so this is 40%, right? Oh wait, no,
Okay.
it was a food. It was a food
I told you it's not going
because
to be 40% for you because you're drinking it and you're hungry.
No, 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 no. Listen, listen, listen. Right. I had I had a rude boy earlier. Right. A rude boy is an alcoholic drink. Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did you mix
They,
alcohol?
today, no.
Oh.
I waited at least like what 4 or 5 hours before I took something else. So this is me taking something else.
Got you.
Um, a rude boy is kind of new, but it's been here for like a couple of years now. There is. You're going to laugh at the first ingredient: horny goat weed.
Oh wow.
Oh, we have that in Jamaica as well, actually.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have rude boys in Jamaica?
Not.
Yeah, we have Rude Boy. We
We
do
do.
have. Yeah, I've never had one before, but they had like a whole campaign, and they needed people to work on the campaign. I was gonna work on their campaign. I just never had the time.
Okay, word of advice. Word of advice. Drink it when it's really cold.
It's really cold.
Yes, room temperature rude boy tastes nasty.
Okay, noted.
Like I okay, so I had to choose between the original and the extreme. My dumbass, on a hungry stomach, mind you, my dumbass went for the extreme. Now the original is 7% alcohol, and the extreme is 12% alcohol. So that's an extra 5% on your stomach, on your chest, without food. I took it, and my God, it fucked me up so bad. I thought I couldn't walk straight.
Sir, that's a no from me.
Yeah, but now that I actually have something in the system, I can drink this 40% no problem.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
I'll teach you the ropes, man.
I don't want to learn the ropes from you. You kind of scare me.
Okay, well, I
Everybody
have
scares you.
you just annoy us.
I never said
Unprovoked.
me. Oh, that's
Unprovoked.
Mewtwo. That's how Mewtwo says he loves me. Don't worry about it.
That is far from what I ever think of you.
Don't worry, you understand.
Mm. All right,
Anyway,
we're gonna start the
um,
topic in a bit, guys. Just give me a second.
what's the topic? Oh,
Well,
making money in Jamaica 101. Okay, that's.
yeah, I really should not put Jamaica because my beautiful Dominican friend.
You know what? Just for tonight, I'll claim to be Jamaican because I could care less about this country right now.
Oh.
Oh, it's so. Whoops.
What?
I could care less about Jamaica. Fuck Jamaica.
To be fair, fuck
where
everyone.
is it? How do I
Like,
find
if
people
I
who
had-
have been? Oh, they're welcome.
If I really had to move to a country,
Hi, Papa.
it'd be Asia.
You're black though.
I don't give a
I'd
fuck.
move somewhere.
You sound racist. There are places in Asia where you can
Be black and survive.
yes.
You forgot the and survive part. I'm seeing your entire Discord, by the way, so be careful. with
Yeah,
that.
I know.
You don't want any more penises showing
The
up.
yeah, I accidentally clicked the NSFW, but thank God the
Oh.
only thing that was in there just now was some random girl licking ice cream.
Dang, I didn't.
Can
I
you
didn't-
not? Like really? Can you not? And why they see my face? My face is ugly as fuck.
I forgot to fill it up with amaranth. Oh my gosh.
No one cares about that white bitch, bro. Come on.
I know nobody
Like,
cares.
let's
That's
be so for
specifically
real.
why
Bro,
I
keep,
I'll
no,
fill it up.
keep your fat material to yourself, bro. No one needs to see that shit.
You're a good looking
That's
guy, Miyuki.
You get the parcel?
What you just
What?
say?
I think Miyuki's a good looking guy.
Thank you. I can't remember what you look like for the life of me. But you know,
All right, I'm trying to help somebody with their Discord. Can
Who, the
put
Team African
Caribbean
guy?
instead of Jamaica. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let me go ahead and do that.
Toy Soldier gets it, but honestly, wherever you're from, I hope you have it better than me, because it don't look like Dominica going anywhere anytime soon.
Sir, shut up. Jamaica literally has the second highest brain drain in the world. In the world, like
Jamaica.
shut up.
Aren't we like top 5?
We're number
And-
2.
And
Wait,
Dominica
number 3?
has,
We are number 2 in the entire world.
and Dominica have the highest amount of Zeze on the road.
What's that?
What is that? Exactly, like we don't know what that is.
Idiot!
Oh,
Nah, bro. I was driving home just now and this guy was walking in the road and telling me to get out of the way. So you sure
I
about that?
could, no, you see, I was coming from. By the way, I found out where Andre lives now. Well, my Andre, not yours. I found out where he lives now.
Okay.
His brother is a racist piece of shit.
Love that.
His sister, mind you, his brother is 12.
Oh, yay! Fun. Those are my favorites.
His
Racist
sister,
pieces of.
his sister, don't really look like she has sense.
oh.
Love that.
And his mom kind of two-faced, being honest.
Where Andre?
I think your headset is really cool.
Who, Vivid?
No, Vivid's one is normal for a woman. I think your headset is really cool.
Listen, this headset lasted me 2 years. This side lights, but I cannot hear out to this. I cannot hear out to this one. This literally has no light coming out, right?
Check your WhatsApp, Akeem.
But I can hear from this side, which is fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
So wait, so you're hearing from the side that doesn't light up?
yes.
Well,
The mic works.
I mean, as long as the one that faces the camera lights up, I think that's all that really
I
matters.
completely agree. And he's always turned this way, so I never noticed.
Listen, it's because I'm watching you guys on this monitor.
Okay, so it works out perfectly. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're perfect. Good job.
I need to try and make this last for the entire night.
Thank you
I-
for passing back to Viz.
What's that?
I said the birthday party was a success. Thank you for passing by.
I told you I was gonna be in country.
Okay, whose birthday?
He had a little shindig today that he
When's your
invited
birthday?
me to. I don't know whose birthday it was.
My son own.
Oh, your friend. Wait, when is your birthday?
My son.
You have a son.
Yes, I have my child.
Oh, today was your son's birthday?
Today was his party. His birthday was on Tuesday.
So what? I could have sworn you said it was your friend's
No,
birthday.
that makes sense. That makes sense because having a party on a Tuesday makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Unless it's during the summer, then that, well, any holiday for that matter, that party on
Unless
any
you-
holiday.
Or unless you're in Canada, you can actually party in the 6th because, the club goes up on a Tuesday,
Listen, my wish for my birthday in 3 hours 28 minutes is to actually be fucking happy.
Aw,
What would make you happy?
that's so sad.
It is, but what would make me happy? I don't know, just
I think if you drink enough liquor, you will be happy until you wake up. And I think that's all that matters.
yeah. But when I wake up and the sadness is still there, oh wow, I really can't move.
When you wake up, the sadness will still be there, but it will also still be your birthday, so that's another excuse to drink some more and get back in that state.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a second. I I'm going to talk to Andre.
Okay.
This is the lotion.
What about the lotion?
What is happening downstairs? Anyways, I don't know what's going on with my family, but
We
this
can't
is the
hear, so it's
lotion.
fine.
It's St. Ives Softening Body Lotion. It's coconut and orchid, and it smells like Hawaii. It just smells like Hawaii. I love it. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs real quick and then we can start our topic. Let me come the bridging. Stop leaving like a Batman. I'm just gonna. There you go. Nice. Oh, I just look so much better now. Look so professional with that light in my face. Give me. Why is the links not working? Toy, this is the Caribbean Roundtable YouTube. None of those links are in this YouTube. Alright, 1 minute, guys.
Like this. Definitely is the controller.
A controller?
Yeah.
For what?
Just to use it.
How are you gonna use it?
If it makes it any better, I always tell
You
people
mean the
that
iPad?
I am a lawyer by
It's right
profession.
there.
That is what it is and what it is only.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
well,
I'm a
Comfortable?
Yeah.
yeah,
business
well, I
business.
don't trust the profession. Sorry to say.
No, the profession is only there for prestige. So when people ask why are you rich, I say I'm a lawyer, but I don't intend to make any real. I don't make any real money from it.
Alright, guys, I am back and I have a child.
Crotch.
Hi, Gremlin.
My friends say hi, cutie pie.
Oh.
Oh, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Thanks for filtering me out.
No problem, keep the change. Why is it that the people who requested this topic are not here?
Yeah, I was expecting more people to be here.
Dirty Jamaican.
Oh, frig. They can't see the chat.
I think you need to change the name of the waiting room to podcast waiting room so people have an idea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
And I'll be right
Guys,
back.
guys,
Yeah.
I have a big red ball for some reason.
Yeah, I'm working on a paper.
1 minute,
Like,
Gloria.
what's up with
So
that?
I can want some seaweed with this cake.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm back.
How rude of me.
Okay. Even I didn't hear what happened.
I had got I burped. I burped. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to be smart with it, but you know that never really works out. So yeah. I think what would make me happy is just you know just some physical attention.
You know, I could have swore you guys were done talking about this.
Oh yeah, no. I kind of went off on a rant as to why I won't share what makes me unhappy with Gordon. Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I basically just told Gordon that I don't trust him.
You
Because
say that
he's a
with
lawyer.
everybody. You say you don't trust anybody.
Well, no, I don't trust anybody, but Gordon especially, I just really don't trust because he's a lawyer.
Do you have a scar, Vivid, on your forehead?
I
He
do have a
does.
scar on my forehead, actually.
We're twins, but mine is like more vertical than horizontal.
Oh, really? Turn on your camera, let me see.
Yo.
I ran into
Oh.
a wall.
Oh,
I fell
she
off
ran
of a
into
table.
As a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I-
we had a
I have-
helper. Oh, go ahead.
I too have a scar, but it's like at the edge of my eyebrow.
Oh.
There was a lot of blood.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
story, I had a helper and I loved her so much. She was like my second mom. And then one day she was running it like the way how my house is set up from the garage, I have like a little part where you can put like a closet and shoes. So she was taking off her shoes there and I was running to her to hug her. And she took off her shoes before I could get there and like was moving to put them down and I ran into the corner of the wall because I couldn't stop myself because I didn't know
Damn.
what brakes were at that point in my life.
I don't
Love
think any of
that.
us knew what brakes were at that point in our life.
that's why we
To be
all
fair,
have scars.
My story is just as wholesome but twice as stupid. I was actually this was around the time where I was getting along with my sister, right? And I we always used to make games out of any show we saw. So that time we were playing Power Rangers. So you know how it goes. I was in the middle of my transmission and I spun too much. That was a mistake. I spun too much, and the my head hit the edge of the speaker that we had at the time. Yeah, it was made out of particle board, and the edge was very very sharp. So once I hit my head, I didn't know that I was bleeding until I felt my face getting hot and my clothes were just red.
Yeah, because that reminds me of how I broke my tooth. You know,
I
because
broke
of
my
that.
tooth too.
Jaja.
I broke my
That
hand
story
before.
is a little more that story was more of an accident than something I did on purpose. Uh, so I like okay, so my front one of my front teeth
Mhm.
is actually fake. So
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
for me it's the left.
Twins!
What the heck? Twins! Oh my god!
That's my favorite
Red
thing to
flex,
say.
but
If you
okay.
guys didn't realize. I haven't put on a
Weird
crown yet,
word
'cause I'm
flex.
Oh, you haven't put on a crown yet?
No.
Oh, well, I put my permanent crown came in when I was 18. So as soon as I was 18, after I was done with driving school, mind you, I put on my permanent crown. So it looks lighter than the others, but it looks like the normal, you know, perfect pearly white tooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My face is fake.
What?
Face?
Yeah, I had a motorbike accident when I was 17 or 18, and the bike ended up on top of me and rubbed half my face off on the ground, and plastic surgery.
Ooh, gruesome.
Not all of
Except
us
from-
be fake.
Except for my ear, they said that I needed to do laser surgery to remove something that
Yeah.
with it.
Ah,
But it's a big. But I'm alive, you know. The only sad part is the nightmares when my sister is opening my eyes saying, "Please don't die."
Damn.
Man, this just got so gruesome, and all I wanted to do is talk
That
about
dark
money.
So quick, like,
Like, I just wanted to talk about money, bro. I don't know what's happening here.
Are you ready?
We've been live for 40 minutes. We haven't started the topic yet. The people who want to do this topic is still not in the Discord. Triggering me.
I know, right? I hate when that happens. You know, like when you make plans and people just like don't show up.
Don't
Yeah,
do
that's-
that. Don't shade me. Don't shade me.
No. Listen, bitch. I was not shading anybody.
Wow.
I
in the man threw a
apologize.
stone.
I apologize for that outburst. I blame the alcohol.
Okay.
Guys, if you're waiting to come up, hop into the waiting room. That's what the waiting room is for. This is exactly why I didn't want to, like, when you're in a secret Discord chat, it's harder for people to know to hop in because they can't find it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we also want to protect ourselves from random masturbating white teenagers.
Why are they always white? Like, that's the thing. They're always white. You'll never see an Asian kid jacking off in your Discord.
Oh, just Asian?
I'm just saying, for example, it's like it's
but why did it
always
have,
it's
but why
always
did it
them
have to
white
be the
kids,
Asian
bro.
kid, though? Yo, but why did it have to be the Asian? Why not the Indians? They're just so nasty.
No, bro, the Indians are pretty nasty. I don't. Oh my god, this is gonna sound so bad, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's gonna come off bad. I think the only reason we don't see the Indians jerking off in people's discords is because they don't have the internet capacity for it.
No comment.
David, I'm gonna send you a message on Discord real quick. Just read it.
Okay, I'm gonna read it on my phone so that I don't expose it to the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. Better you do.
Jaja.
I'm sorry. Just the internet comment got me. That threw me all the way the fuck off, bro. Like, come on.
You knew who I was.
Oh yeah, and I love
Yeah,
every
I
bit of
sent
it.
it.
Okay,
Yo, tell me why I
okay.
forget what Jody looked like
Gloria,
until she
could
followed
you
me on
move up on the bed
Instagram.
a little bit for me, please? What?
Yo, Jody, you're sexy, you know. For real.
Thank you, I guess.
Can you do what?
My bottom hurt.
Your bottom hurts? Why does your bottom hurt, Gloria?
No, just hurts inside.
I think it's in your mind.
Is that your favorite song?
I don't even know. I just.
I was wondering why you just started singing it randomly. Like,
I don't know.
it's a cute song. Not gonna lie.
Oh, it's the Dora song. Back.
Yeah, I
back,
know.
back. Yeah.
I know. It's a cute song, but oh, that's funny. So they only of course
I hate the blur option on Discord. It's just such garbage. Like, is this the best they could do? Really?
well.
Alright, I'm over this. Let's
Right.
just start talking. Let us start talking. Let it flow, because it doesn't even make any sense to sit here anymore.
I mean, shit. I've been letting it flow.
Yeah, but we haven't started talking about money.
Okay,
So-
let's talk about money, right? How to make money in the Caribbean. You just
So the
Be
topic
different.
really is, let me find it. Oh my god. Okay, here it is. Can we have a very helpful talk about what it takes to not be broke? Can share experiences and lessons learned since we became adults. Could save a lot of young adults. Teach stuff we learn since becoming adults. Stuff I wish I was taught before going on my own.
I would not be very helpful in this topic.
okay,
I
Miss
mean,
Princess.
that. But
Wow.
you could still like mention your experiences with money, like the stories that you've told us are pretty good examples.
I have an experience.
Something to say real quick while I have time.
Go on.
Personal experience as far as making money, so to speak. The first thing one should learn is the difference between a want and a need.
That's
That
true.
will be
So
so
true.
beneficial when in regards to finance, because you have to be able to talk to yourself and say, hey, do I want this or do I need it? If you need it, then obviously get it now while you can. If you want it, then you can put that to the side and get that at a later time and not spend off all your money. Because you do have some people who are actual hoarders. Them putting at them head, oh, I'm never use this, Then they buy it and then never use it.
Yeah.
So know the difference between a want and a need.
For real. Another thing
I,
is
I,
like,
I also
especially for those
hold
who
on,
want.
look that, right? I actually have something to add to that, right? Um, with the want and the need, you also need to learn how to save your money, right? Because when you get your paycheck, you have stuff to save, and actually starting off as a young adult, right? If you're still living with your parents, you don't really have any bills to pay, unless you volunteer to like pay bills. You don't have bills to pay. You don't have any mortgages to, finance. You don't have any cars to maintain, right? The money is practically yours, but right, you cannot just have all of it to spend. So, back when I used to work at a radio station, whenever I got my paycheck, what I used to do is I used to save 80% of my money, right? Because 20% I needed to take bus for school. I had to buy lunch every now and then, and I had just the occasional outing, just to, nice up yourself. So I would encourage people to save at least at least 85% of your income. If you can save at least 85% of your income, then you should be able to get whatever you need or want within a certain time period.
Well, that also kind of depends
Well,
on how much a person makes, and also in line with the whole wanting thing. But in terms of wants versus needs, when it comes to wants, you should be able to like purchase that want 2 or 3 times over before you even jump at it.
To
well,
be fair,
well,
I never earned much. Like for me, because it was a temporary position. Because um, when I worked at the radio station, it was after Hurricane Maria. I only got like $400 for the month, plus like extra when I covered like outside broadcasts and like calypso shows and stuff like that. So I earned about $400 to $550 a month, depending on the season.
I actually want to ask Soldier a question in relation to what he said, and that's great advice, Miyuki, by the way. My question will eventually comment on that. So, how do you define what a need is? Because I think you said you must be able to tell the difference, but what is the difference?
Everybody has their own definition on what they consider a need and a want. It all depends on what's going on in your life at the same time to determine that. So I can't really speak for everybody but myself, because
Okay,
everybody's finance is different.
so random example. So if I really I have a job and I'm really stressed out all the time and playing games helps me relieve stress. Is that a need or a want? A PlayStation 5, is that a need or a want?
Um,
Can I
in a
answer that
situation,
question?
sure, because I would say for me that's also a need in a way, but there's other routes you can find out to relieve that stress. If that's the only option at that point in time, there's no other option, then yeah, that becomes a need.
And that is exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, I didn't realize I was
Because
muted. I think one thing we need to keep in mind when we're trying to figure out the needs and the wants separated is a need, you can't do without it. It needs to happen. Like, for example, you need to pay your bills, or else whatever it is that you have in your house, you won't have anymore. But
Like your life
like,
is.
But you
exactly.
need
But
to
okay,
be
like,
out of
so
depression so you actually can go to work and you actually don't kill yourself.
yeah. So
okay,
there
actually, sorry
that
to
is
cut
a
you, Vivid.
need.
Sorry to cut you, but I actually feel really smart right now, right? Um, like everybody has been saying, the need varies depending on the type of person. For you, the PS5. Let's say we work at the same company, right? We both at the same level. We both having the same stress, right? You we have different ways of dealing with that same stress, that same work stress that we getting from our jobs. You find that playing games and just doing nothing when you have your free time, just doing nothing satisfies or satiates that um need to relieve stress. for me, it would be going out on a run or going to the gym. So for you, the PS5 may be a need,
Well, well, I don't
but
want you to
for
say that one in me, okay? Because I think that the gym and the exercise will relieve stress for everybody, but I don't think everybody will actually try to realize that.
Facts.
yeah, but um,
Nah,
So
I don't agree. I
because of
don't
that,
agree with
I'm going.
that.
they, no, no, no. Trust me,
It's being
right?
proven. I mean, if you listen to Andrew Tate, he also stresses why exercise is important,
I don't listen to Andrew
and
Tate.
No, okay. So
disregarding all of his feminist things, the comments about exercise are completely correct.
yeah, I agree with Andrew Tate when it comes to those topics, right? But exercise isn't for everybody. People can go exercise and they will figure, oh, they hate it or they love it because of how it would make them feel after. Granted, exercise makes everybody feel energized, like they can take on the world after they're done. But some people tend to deal with that same energy differently, right? Let's say I'm not as athletic as I used to be, right? After I go out on a run or a walk with Omega, I would feel good, but would have nothing to do with that energy. So I just end up, you know, either going to bed early or not going to bed at all, and just stay on my computer playing games and everything. So that's why I would say that the PS5 may be a need for you, but if I decide to get a PS5, it will be a want. I can do without the PS5. The PS5 doesn't, you know,
So
dictate
you're basically just
how.
focusing on the point of each person is different and each person has different needs. And what's a need for one person may not be a need for another. It may just be a want.
Exactly,
For real.
But
exactly.
so
Because
in relation to what you had said about the saving, 85%, I agree with saving 100%.
But
And I actually have a
85% is a
strategy.
lot. It's a
Yeah, some
lot.
people can't manage
I,
live off
I
that
think
85%.
But you have to remember that Yuki was talking about young adults who still live with their parents.
yes, I'm talking about that as well. That's the situation that I give a lot of advice to people in relation to that, and that's what I'm saying I'm willing to share. And I wouldn't work with a figure like 85% of your salary, but I
Yeah,
would
when you
work
guys
for
are done, I want to share mine. That is with my parents.
what I
okay,
would say is look towards the word consistency. That is the most important thing that you can. How much can
no,
you actually save consistently? If
okay,
you're going to do 85% this month and 65% next month and then 75% next month, no, that is bad. It's good that you're saving, but it's bad. You want to stay consistent.
r-
And a little
right.
easy strategy I have, which I share with people all the time, and some people listen, some people don't. Those who listen, they always call me for advice after that because they have the bank accounts now. So is one, look at where you are and look at what you can actually achieve while in your situation. And so if you make $150,000 a month, right? You
Right.
can, if you can afford it, try to save at least 50,000 out of that. And how you're going to save it is you're going to move that out of your actual reach. So you're going to do things like you're going to open multiple accounts, like say open an account at different banks, and when your paycheck comes in, you just send it around. When you get the debit cards from them, cut them off. If you
Right.
want to get
Okay.
money out of that account, you have to go out of your way and go to the bank and get it. If there's an emergency situation, if there's no emergency, you're probably just not going to go through all of that effort. You
Okay.
find ways to do things like that.
I understand that, but I totally agree with you. But I think we're coming up from two different points of views, right? Because you talking about people you have probably you have had overseas interactions with given the same advice, but where I'm coming from is a bias based on the Dominican standard of living, right? If you're still living with your parents, like myself, and you're not paying any bills, you're still eating from your mom's fridge and stuff like that. 85% is what did it for me. I cannot say the same for every, young adult in Dominica who is still living with their parents. But 85% has done it for me because I have a mother who, still kind of monitors my spending. For me, my mother is my designated financial officer.
She's the
So,
accountant.
no, not accountant, not accountant, my financial officer. Yeah, those two are different. Those two are different. An accountant tells you how much you spend and how much you have after you spend. Financial, I for me, a financial officer is someone who not only just monitors your spending, but gives you little tips of the trade. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for me, when talking to my mother, she gave me an app because she works in a bank. She works in a bank right now. We have the mobile app where I can always look to see how my account is doing. If I am below $50, I freeze my card. I wait until the next month or the next 2 months before I start spending again because really I don't need I don't need to spend a lot of money to survive in my country. If I feel like okay,
Kid
it's been
Heartbreak,
a
your mic. I don't know if you're like out or something, but your mic is picking up a lot of feedback and noise.
oh,
There you go.
where was I?
You don't need to spend a lot to live in your country.
Right. Thank you.
No problem.
Um, I personally don't need a lot of money to spend in my country. I'm used to letting everything stretch out as much as possible. If I get a new phone, I try to make it last at least 5 years before I switch up to a new one, right? But for spending wise, me spending would only happen like every month or so. If I go out with my friends, or if I just want to treat myself nice, buy a new pair of shoes or some new pants or a new shirt, I can do that because I would classify those as a current want. A need would have to be something
Hi, Mark Brown. Hi,
completely
Sexy Monkey.
different. For me, a need would have to be completely different. Let's say if currently I need a new
All right,
graphics card because
so wait. I'm sorry. I have a question for you guys. What
sorry.
advice do you have for people like me? That Gloria, can you please turn around and stop? I have the camera on and you keep moving. Stop it. Gosh. Anyways, what advice do you guys have for people like me that I see it, I want it, I buy it. I see it, I want it, I buy it.
It's
Yeah.
Give me.
Yeah, my thing.
You just
Oh,
need to
oh,
control
Maroon
your
said she
mind.
wanted. Yeah, Maroon said she wanted to say something, but I was just rambling. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
go ahead, Mary.
exactly like Vivid. I don't have a problem suffering if I get what I want. So for me, my first job, I live with my parents, all my bills are paid by my parents. When you first get your first job and you have the money, it's like you don't know how to act. So
Yup.
at first, like I had to catch on to this quick. I'll just see something, I'm like, okay, that's a card. But then I was like, yo, this is not going to work out because though I'm with my family now, at some point I'm going to want to go out on my own. And I know how I want to live and I know what I want to do. So what I had to do for myself, I opened 2 bank accounts, as was stated before. Had one where I could get a Visa card, can order stuff online, and the other bank is a smaller bank. They can only use local purchases and stuff. So what I had to do, because even just transferring the money myself was not working. So I'm like, let me just pinch off piece of my savings. Let me just do this time.
Pinch.
So I literally, I literally had to set up a carrier direct deposit, and that is literally what saved my savings, because that other bank, it's literally only for backup. I have to physically call them and be like, hey, transfer this because it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Or
You
I'd
mean a
have to go in
standing order?
person. Kinda, yeah. And then just I would have to go in person. I'd have to either call them, and I can't use their card to purchase things online. And I don't have any reason to purchase things in Jamaica. So those two separate bank accounts saved me.
No,
Along
because
with
why
that,
is that so me?
yeah. Along with that, sometimes you literally cannot prevent it. Sometimes you just have to get the spending out of your system and learn from it. And something that I found, you guys are mentioning a PS5 or whatever. What I think, to not really generalize or focus on one thing, you have
Yeah.
to have your necessities, but you also have to give yourself the option to buy one or two items that make you happy. For me, apart from small purchases, every 6 months I buy something that makes me happy. Something that won't break the bank, but something that's, costly and I know will satisfy me for a while, so I don't have to worry about urges to like, oh, I want this because I feel for something new. So that's what I do. Every 6 months I buy something that I really like.
Got you.
Maroon?
I know
You know,
Maroon?
personal stuff
Yes.
kind of
Maroon,
dictate a lot of that, but 6 months sound long.
What'd you say?
Maroon, you gave such good advice a while ago. That is
I don't know, bro. You
A-class
have to
advice.
wait.
100% agree with you.
Okay, I'm still kind of under the influence, so
I'll be right back.
I didn't really quite catch what she said.
Love that.
Gordon, if you can like give me a quick rundown of what she said, I may have
She
something to add
basically
to
said
that.
the same multiple accounts, and then she said what she
Uh-huh.
also does is she believes that she needs to treat herself as well. So every 6 months she
Mhm.
buys something nice, something that won't kill her, not something crazy expensive, but something moderate, something that she likes, something that makes her. How do I use that word right now because of the earlier conversation? But yeah, something to treat herself. So it's not just only saving; you also have to treat yourself. And I agree with that 100%. And I also
Okay.
agree with her that sometimes you need to get that spending out of your system. So within your first year, when you get your first job, my
Uh-huh.
my advice is always when you get your first paycheck, give it to one of your parents. After that, just have fun, call it a day, and then try to settle down before the year finishes and try to get your life in order.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what really
So,
What?
You need to starve. You need to know what it's like to be hungry.
yeah,
You
no,
need to know
I am
what it's
not
like
about
to
that
be
life.
ramen and say, yeah,
Yeah, I don't really
work.
agree with that one.
So, all right.
Actually,
I'm gonna
okay,
speak.
go on.
I'm gonna speak from a perspective of somebody who's had money and somebody who's didn't have money, right? Because no offense to Blood Clot, but he comes from money. Maybe not a lot of money,
I
but
come from money.
yes, you do. You come from money. You come from money in a Jamaican sense, not an American sense. And
He didn't
Maroon.
really come from much, no, did he?
Maroon also has her family. She's never been out on her own and stuff like that. I literally, the minute I could get a job, I started working and I stopped taking money from my parents in that very same moment. And it's like, I was at a point when I just started working where I was making just enough money to go to work and go back home, and it made me so miserable, which is like one of the points I did want to talk about. You guys haven't spoken about it yet. If you're in a job that's not giving you enough money to save anything, find another job. Or try to, people are gonna hate to hear this, but get a second job. Have this one job to pay bills and have the second job to save. But you have to be in a spot where you're able to save, if you get me. I feel like we should all
I
try to
get
put
you.
ourselves in a
But,
spot.
but you can also make the most out of the job. That can also be a thing. You can learn enough from this that you can apply in future interviews to get more money.
That's true,
be
and
honest-
it really depends on where in life you're at, because I really didn't need. Well, I would have liked more money, but I wasn't in a spot where I needed the money for any particular thing. It's right before I started university, so I was just working for experience because that's really what I wanted. But literally, I would get paid. I would buy food, buy bus fare, food, and by the time the week has ended, I have no more money, and I'm just getting more money to do the exact same thing. I literally had no spending money at all.
When you say buy food, what did you mean by that?
Like patty and box juice, if I could even afford a juice with it.
Lunch.
So why you never
Oh.
buy one thing at the supermarket and just sort it out for the week? What to that?
It's not that I didn't do that at all, because there were days that I did cook, but for the most part I didn't have time to do that because I'm working in Crossroad and I live in Spanish Town, so I get up early to get to work, and then when I leave work, most of the times I left late. When I leave work, I have to head to Half a Tree because this is before the 21B existed, so there was no bus from Crossroad to Spanish Town. So most times, because I didn't have the money, I would walk from my workplace to Crossroad, and then from Crossroad to Half a Tree, and then I'd take a half a tree bus to Spanish Town. And by the time I get home, it's about 8ish, 9ish, and I fall asleep. I wake up the next morning and I'm back at it. So
Okay. So, I actually want to take this opportunity to like read through the comments.
okay.
The next 4 comments are actually from Papa. So the first one is, it's hard to advise something for that problem, Vivid. I see it, I want it, I buy it. The only thing I can advise you is working on yourself, having what a predisposition for sacrifice and therefore saving money. Next one is to make difference between what you need and what you want and what you wish. Sorry. To spend money for the first reason is okay. However, I'm realizing you said you are studying economy, but you're asking advice about money to us. That's kind of funny.
Okay, listen. When you study the economy, yes, you study money. Yes, that is true. However, I mainly studied how governments use money. So how countries expand. It's not really about like specifically how we as individuals use money. So it's ironic, but it's just true. For me though, so with that being said, the previous thing that I said, I went through that for a while, and then I started making a little more money as I climbed the ladder. And I got to a point where I was making so much money that I was just not used to having this much money. And I became the person that I promised myself I would never become, and that's a spendaholic. Because it really wasn't even shopping. It wasn't shopping. It was spendaholic. I just liked the fact that I had money to spend, and I was just spending it because I had money to spend.
So,
I got to a point where I tried saving. So what I would do is I'd limit myself. If my bank account is at $500, I can't spend anything unless it's super serious. So the only thing that can come out of that $500 is food, transportation, nothing else. And then I wait until it builds back up, and
You talking US?
yeah.
Oh,
oh, so it was
Oh,
similar
sorry.
to,
Sorry, I think
was similar to
I think in
something-
USD. I'm so sorry.
so what you're saying is how you were handling your money is similar to how I said I was handling my money before.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but like everybody was talking, so I kind of just shut up. But yeah, I
Oh
did the
yeah,
same
sorry.
thing. I gave myself a limit. So if my money was like 500 or below 500, it's like it's shut off. It's time to not do anything at all. So
And enough money that's still in it.
I mean, no, it's a lot of money, but at the time it wasn't a lot of money for me. So it just felt like the right amount. Now, oh my god, I wish I had $500 right now. I don't even want to look in my bank account right now.
So I
don't know,
actually want.
look at how rich I get. I think that the value of money stays the same to me. I think that's
I can't
The
believe
money
that
is
to be
the opposite
Gloria. Put on the sheet.
complete opposite.
What
for
did I
me.
tell
the
you?
more money I make, the more expenses
I
have, and
believe-
the more responsibilities
I
have.
believe that you should change with your money. I am
So
a big
it's-
believer
I
that you
agree.
should change with your money. I don't think that you should be the same person you were when you were making
The
10,000
reason why-
Jamaican dollars a week.
Please, sorry to cut you off, but with that point in mind, I actually wanted to address something that Maroon said about having multiple accounts. I 100% agree with that because with having different points where you can allocate your income, you know, you can have one portion to like bills, food, groceries, and stuff like that, and another portion to, you know, personal spending for, you know, like Amazon or Etsy or, you know, apps you know put money into to get what makes you happy. So I
Alright.
just wanted to say that
So-
I 100% agree with that method of spending or
So
saving.
my
actually.
question to you
Interject.
guys is saving is a big part of like increasing your monetary value, but
Your net
how
worth.
do you guys network, it's the same thing. How do you guys suggest making money? Because a lot of people don't know that you can make money online. A lot of people are still naive to the idea of
Drop shipping.
doing things that are not 9 to 5s. So I think we should touch that.
Yeah, a lot of persons
Before,
don't know.
before I
about
actually
those
go there,
numbers.
could I just
so-
say something about the multiple account thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still believe that it's really a case of self-discipline. It's not much of just having an account that's different or that's harder to reach, because lack of self-discipline, you can still get to that account. And for me personally, I have one bank account. My savings are fine, but I have a level of self-discipline that I don't be spending all of my money.
Must be nice.
Granted, I do make
Live like you,
enough
sir.
that I could do whatever.
So thank you. I
So
have a
for
problem. I have
someone,
this one point.
hold on, blood clot. Sorry to cut you. For someone like me who sometimes struggle with self-discipline, I actually have a separate account in where I have, you know, like I mentioned before, I have my mother in charge of that account. So that account is very hefty, but I have very limited access to it. I only use it if I, you know, come up with an extremely valid reason as to why I need to access that account at that specific time.
But you guys do realize you gotta be very careful when it comes to saving with banks, right? Let me tell you, and I'm talking from personal experience and people that I know. I had a bank account once with a bank that shan't be named, just in case they want to sponsor me one day. But basically I've been saving with this bank basically all my life. Years. Now somewhere halfway through high school, my dad and I were like, yo, you know, you got some money with this bank, we should draw it out. So I was really excited because we had the paper that showed how much money I had in the account, and I was balling. For a little girl, I was throwing money in that account every week. So I knew, I was like, yeah, I'm balling. I got money. I went to the bank with my dad. Please tell me why this lady said that I have negative $5,000 in the account. I'm like, how do I have negative $5,000 in this account? I was saving in this account for years. You know what this lady
By
told me?
right, the account should be
She
closed.
said I didn't put any money in it for 2 years, so every month they started taxing me for the time that I wasn't using it.
God,
And
Why?
it
Why
got,
do I have an idea which bank you're
yeah,
talking
you
about?
know,
Just
you
by you
know,
saying
you
that.
know. Anyways, they were taxing me for every month that I didn't use it, and at that point that I went to go check it, it was at negative 5,000.
I've heard so many stories about said bank, and that's why I
So
refuse go with
somebody
So,
said
private
bank.
chat me that said bank. Let me avoid that
Can
said bank.
but
so
Yeah.
yeah, it's just my way of saying like be careful, guys, because like I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who I like to save my money in cash. Plus, I don't use cash. I don't like to have to count out money. It
I
gives
don't
me
like having cash
anxiety.
either.
Same.
It gives
If
me
you want to say, hey,
anxiety. So I
if you keep money in cash, don't mention it on the stream. Just continuing. Just continue.
oh
I
I
just
so
don't
carry cash for
I
safety.
don't mind mentioning it because I'm broke here right now. Like there's no cash in my room. But I'm
oh
just
wow,
Man,
broke
saying
a fancy broke, huh?
I'm broke AF. But I just say that to say like if I have cash, I know I'm not gonna spend it because I don't like going to the cash register and being like, how much did you say it was? Oh god, there are people
Bro, I
there. Like
embarrassed myself
immediately,
the other
Okay,
day.
yo.
so
The other day I went to the supermarket and I embarrassed myself with the coins because I haven't touched coins in like almost 2 years. And she
Jaja.
asked me if I'm from Jamaica and I felt like killing myself.
me
yeah,
dead in the show when I go
okay,
and I
so
use my card
um,
and the
wait,
machine is working because I'm always using
okay,
a card.
all right. So
I'm always using my card
after what I
too.
say,
Go ahead.
after what I say, I would be interested in the money making part of this topic. I'm not sure how it works with y'all in Jamaica, and a little bit of disrespect goes out to the bank who shan't be named because I mean, who taxes people on their own account?
Banks.
Um,
Savings at that.
it,
I mean, it's a
we
contract that you're saying. You're
hold
saying.
on. It to be completely honest, I don't think that we get taxed in Dominica like that because we have okay, so we have the National Bank, we have well, not for long, but we have CABC, and we have the Republic Bank, which is a bank from Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, w- and we also have a local credit union, right? In that credit union, we actually get interest paid on that account. So if you have a consistent flow of money, let's say $50 every week or $100 every month, that will build up, and when you're ready to like take it back, you have more than you. Obviously, you will have more than you would know what to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
UK,
So
that's the same in all of the banks. All of them give you interest-bearing accounts, but if you fall
right,
below
but
the threshold, they tell you about when you're creating the account. Then you're going to
right,
get start
but
charge penalty.
to be
Only
to
then.
be fair,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever fall below that threshold because I was I wouldn't say I was always putting money into my banks. I mean, there was that 3 years where I had no transaction running. The most they ever did was just freeze the account until I came back to start putting money back into the account.
Okay.
So to me, being taxed and having like a negative number on your account, it's well, ironically foreign to
You
me.
know, sorry to go to you, Milky. I have a question for you.
Um,
Do your banks charge you after a certain
Hi,
amount of
I am
transactions per
sarcastic.
month?
um,
Wait, what? Charge you after a certain amount of transactions?
Yeah, man.
I've never heard of that
oh,
before.
okay,
Well,
so it depends on which bank you are. I don't think that CIBC charges. I'm calling names right now. I
Yeah, we
don't think
have
that
CIBC too. I think we all have
yeah.
CIBC.
Well,
I mean,
CIBC,
we're not going to have CIBC after January.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because big surprise, Dominica not making enough money.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, CIBC is unfortunately leaving Dominica. But we do have the National Bank and Republic Bank. The Republic Bank is going to, as of January, going to officially be the only international bank that we have in Dominica. So I actually learned from my mom that depending on the type of account that you're going to have, you will only be charged if you go into the bank to do transactions. But if you do like mobile banking or any transactions in the ATM, you won't be charged.
so there's a bank that we have out here that I found interesting. That after about, I think you get 5 transactions per month, whether it's POS or ATM, that they start charging you per transfer or per usage of your card. And it is not just point of sales, and it's not just a standard fee, because there's a transaction fee, there is another fee that they put on it, and then there's a taxation for all of those. So that's 3 different charges one time.
Okay.
And then there's also the issue of cross-bank terminals, because some places only use Scotia terminals, some only have CIBC, some only have NCB. But I understand going cross-bank for multi-link, because you have to pay for the multi-link.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was about to say, I was about
Does
to
this
like agree
bank
with you
start
there
with
because
S?
what?
Does this bank start with S?
No, not that one. The other one.
Thank God.
Oh.
Oh,
I was out. Thank
No, but-
God. That's me too. That's me too.
Okay,
But the one in S,
hold on.
the one in S is not that much better than that, because the one in S, them have some wicked fees and stuff too, and they have a
So I'm not gonna ever have
Right, so I actually have an answer to that. Oh, hold on, Heartbreak. I actually have an answer to that. We do have cross terminal fees, but that is really only if you don't have an account with that bank.
I think cross-terminal fees is normal though. Like I think all banks have cross-terminal fees.
You have to pay for the maintenance of the network that carries you across all banks, so that's not the problem I'm having.
Yeah.
But this other bank that is in the I don't even know, because I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God, Gloria, stop!
But there's one in the middle of Halfway Tree.
Okay, so you have to.
Vivid mute.
I'll mute her. I'll mute her. She'll unmute herself when she's ready.
So the one in the middle of Halfway Tree, right? They have this thing. I realized later, a couple months ago actually, that after about 5 transactions at ATMs or point of sales, I was just seeing this little random charge of like, I think it wasn't. When you check it out, it really isn't a lot. It's like maybe 30 something Jamaican dollars. But then, if you know you're using your card a certain amount of times per month, because some people go places that don't always have a terminal to swipe them card or tap the card now.
Okay,
you realize
so
that
I'm going to
drawing money from your bank account
Hold
10
on,
times
sir.
a month, it's like 3 bills.
Okay, sorry to cut you, but you can continue that thought. But I actually want you to DM me that name of that bank, because I really don't know which bank you're talking about.
The one right at the clock.
I'm literally the only Dominican in this call right now, so I'll need you to like.
I just
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either.
Oh,
To be honest,
so
I've never come across any of those.
Since the topic is advice, since the topic is about advice, JMMB has the least, has the lowest, basically transactional fees, no ATM fees, no point of sale fees. They're possibly the best bank to have a card if you use it often.
Yeah.
And the second piece of
Again,
advice: if you qualify for a credit card, use it, but use it responsibly, because
that's something that I wanted to touch on, because I haven't heard. Cause I popped in this stream late, but I haven't heard much of that. And
Because-
honestly, I'll make you go through. On a side note, having been the victim of multiple robberies, I advocate. No, I won't even get into that.
Bro, be so for real, dog. Be so for real.
The last time.
Hold on, I agree. We are not getting into this, but how unlucky do you have to be to suffer from multiple robberies?
Oh my gosh!
Still have the heart to say, you know.
Let me just tell you from now. You're asking how unlucky. All right.
Yeah.
How unlucky do you have to be robbed three times in pretty much in the same place, like less than 20 feet apart?
Okay, but it happened. It happened between like. Wait, it happened at 3 different like.
Right,
the times that it happened are
different locations.
Okay, okay,
3
hold on.
different locations on the same road, each time 3 years apart.
Oh.
3 years apart. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So like.
So you're not as unlucky, but you're still very unlucky that it happened in the same area, but it's 3 years apart.
Yeah. I was robbed once.
Okay.
And attempted to be robbed twice.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice,
it's not like it's fool me once, but like when I live, you live where you live, and you're used to being there for years. Something happened to you one time, you're like, cool, and then it doesn't happen again for another 3 years, and you're still watchful. Then you see me.
I mean, we're super off topic, but can we just talk about like those Jamaican communities where everybody knows who the thief is and you're friends with them and they'll rob you, and then tomorrow will just be another day. I still can't understand it. I still can't understand it, bro.
You know, okay. Alright, guys. As entertaining as this is, I would actually like to move on to the money making part of this topic.
Yeah, but we need to touch on the credit card thing really quickly.
Yeah.
So
that's
advocating for the multiple accounts.
Wait. Can I ask? It's similar because it's going to something for credit card is going to come up. King Q mentioned earlier that he only has one account and he exercises discipline, and so he's advocating for people to do the same. I wouldn't really go and give advice to people.
Wait. Hold on. Don't put words from out there. Not advocating for people to have one account. Is the self-discipline part I'm talking about.
So you're just sharing that for the sake of sharing that when we're supposed to be advising?
You really need to work on your self-discipline, not exactly the singular account or one bank or anything like that.
I don't want to tell
self-discipline is
somebody
a
to work
major
on
part.
when they could just send the money somewhere else and just force themselves to do it. You know, I'd rather know for sure that these people have the money locked away rather than I hope they're doing good and I hope them listening to me. I hope them following my advice. No, let them do the thing where them can't touch it. But yeah, I know. Continue with credit card.
No, I'm saying I advocate for the multiple accounts, especially with how it is now, where once you submit your documents, you can just open your account online. Have one you dedicate for saving, one for going out and whatever. I have one account only one account I can swipe from my card. And yeah, it's easy to do mobile banking, but like my savings account is another bank. So to get it to my card to draw it is a headache, and generally takes like a day to transfer. So I don't bother with that unless I know. But as for the credit cards, it requires a lot of discipline, one, and two, again, drawing from my experience of being robbed. Not that I lost any money because I don't keep money on the part of the card that I can swipe. But if you lose your credit card and something happened to it, the banks will hop onto that and start hunting down who have your credit card in a matter of hours. If you lose your debit card, they'll be like, oh well, it's not really our money, so we're not really rushing it down. Because if you lose your credit card and get maxed out, then they have to claim insurance on it, which then raises the premiums, and the bank have to pay out more money than you.
Oh yeah, you spoke about this the other day.
But also, like I said, as Kinky was saying about the discipline, you're going to need that for a credit card, and also don't spend more than you have or that you can afford to spend. And the only downside in Jamaica per se is the fact that we don't really have much of a credit system, because if we did, it would be a much better idea to use a credit card, spend it, and then pay it back, because it shows that you're responsible and you pay your bills, so it would then build it up. But the only thing it does is give you a higher limit.
Changing it now, Jamaica is now becoming them I
I've
get into the
spent a
credit
lot of
system.
time building my credit report, and it has gotten me a lot of benefits, lower rates, and a lot of other things. So
Yeah,
I do advocate for credit cards to build credit, but if you know you're bad, avoid it or get a really low limit that your paycheck can cover twice.
What I would say,
Alright, but
guys,
sorry to cut you actually.
Dog, you've been saying that all night. You've said that all
What?
night. Drink every time Yuki cuts somebody and goes, sorry to cut you, but.
Hold on, let me grab
it's
my rum.
always kid, you know.
Wow. Okay, it's only because for most of the podcasts, I normally just sit and listen.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
This is the first. This is the most I've seen you interact.
Yeah. Fuck, you should maybe lose a train of thought.
I'm sorry. I
Um,
just wanted to say that.
The thing with credit cards is you have to pay them off, and I know Gordon would agree, right? That it's cool to have a credit card, but paying it off depending on how you get your good credit and all that, but depending on how much you spend on it, you have to pay that difference back.
Well, you have to pay back no matter what.
That part.
And that's the next thing. You can actually learn how to maneuver the system, such as my credit card. I have a perfect score on it, but that doesn't mean I pay it off when I get my next paycheck. I time my
You have
payments.
multiple credit cards?
No, I'm not going to advise that either. But so basically, my payment cycle for my credit card is with FGB, First Global Bank, and my cutoff time is my billing cycle ends on the 9th of the month. So I try my best. If I'm on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, just try my best. Don't spend it until the 10th. And the 10th I can go again and spend. Why? Because the billing is not going to be done until the following cycle. So that money is not going to be owed until the following month 9, and then you have 40 odd days to pay it off, which is going to cover 2 more paychecks. So that you have to learn how to maneuver the system. So you
No, continue.
yeah, that's it basically. So it's not just that you have to, when you spend it, you have to pay it back right away. That's advisable if you can, but there's also strategic methods that you can make the money do more for you. Because you don't have to spend it off right away.
To be honest, I feel like if you can't avoid it, don't get a credit card.
My advice,
Because that is extra expense that you can live without. Because having a credit card is all that you get to spend money that technically isn't yours. I know some people love that idea, spending money that isn't yours, but after a while you will have to pay that back, and it's not going to feel great knowing that you spent all that money and you don't have it to like make up. And that is where I feel like the struggles of debt comes in.
So that's why we're saying that what you need to do first of all is you have to have some amount of discipline to use a credit card, and as Blood Clot was saying, there's a trick to it. So the whole manipulating within the billing cycles, and there's also I'm trying to remember the exact figure, but there's a way in which that you can, if you pay off your cards or you pay off your debts too early, it costs you more. So there's a fine balance that you can make when it comes to card payments. You need to there's a minimum balance you have to pay based on what you spend for the month.
Yeah.
But then there's also that if you pay a little bit more than it does something more for your credit than if you're just paying the minimum balance only. But as Blood Clot said, if you cut it like right after, so like as you said, if his billing cycle is on the 9th and then you do it on the 10th, that's not going to show up until the following month. So you have like basically, as him said, 2 months to pay it off. So if you have a juggle it or if you have a hustle it or whatever, you can just do that and pay it off. But as Miyuki said, there's also the issue of persons who, I have a credit card, I can go all of the high places now and buy all the most expensive things and treat myself all the time. So
yeah, bro. And to add to what Miyuki says, right? I personally would say persons like, for example, Maroon and Vivid, because they just like to have things. I would not recommend a credit card Mainly because like it's fine if
I
you
don't
have
have a
good
credit
self.
card, so
Yeah, but what I would recommend
Which is good.
because if you have a credit card and you're just using it because you want things, you have a broke because you have to go back in your savings to pay it off.
I
Only
have
reason
a
I
credit
have
card.
how do you manage that?
I don't use it for big
Like asking
purchases. I use it for small bills and pay it back same
small,
time.
right? And that's fine. But the
Exactly.
only reason I have a credit card is strictly business. Like I'm only going to use it just for business. So I'm going to use the bank's money to build my thing and then use my business and pay it back. So it's not coming out of my pocket per se. It's helping me build
From a
my
garage.
brand.
So
Yeah.
so the reason I don't have a credit card and
and I use that to buy the items for the customer and just bill them back for it. So I get all the benefits of the card.
Exactly,
And
because
I
You,
snap
you
my
bill them
so
You bill them for
so
the
the
fees that come with
reason
it as well, right?
fees that come with what?
The card. Because you know that there's no matter what happens, there's a fee that come with using the card.
Yeah,
yeah, you
but
have
I
the
mean there are
annual
also
fee
other
and
expenses that I would be using. The
Yeah, I know,
other,
so
I
the
know, I get
reason
that. But like when you use the card to purchase things for people, like there's
there's no fees for credit cards when
no,
you're running.
no. I'm talking about like if you for each purchase you make, is it a case where you bill like part of your annual fee into it, so overall you've covered covered the annual fee, so it costs you nothing to have the card?
No.
Or
I get remember it's a business, so they're also paying me and I'm getting a lot of profit from each person's card that I work on. So I just cover the credit card cost is minimal. I think it's less than $10,000 per year.
yeah, I know. I just ask you
So
because
I
I know
don't
persons who do that.
when I'm billing for that, because I also try to keep a good accounting history, I bill exactly what I pay.
Okay.
So
the
I
reason
they get the receipt themselves.
the reason that I don't have a credit card, and it goes back to the needs and the wants aspect to a certain extent of this conversation. I don't feel the need to have a credit card. Like if I can have enough money to make a certain purchase on my debit card, then I will make that credit card. I will make that purchase because it comes from my own pocket, and I wouldn't have to worry about you know how I'm going to pay it back because I don't have the money and stuff like that. So
But if your limits for debit card are too low, say for instance, Scotiabank has a $1,000 US limit, and that can't
we
buy my phone. So how would I buy a phone?
You can go into the
you
bank
see
and
we
steal
don't
it.
have a Scotiabank. We don't have a
You
Scotiabank
can't.
anymore, right? We
You
don't
can't
have a
raise
Scotiabank anymore because
online thing. I went to try
yeah.
to do it because I wanted to buy something, and they said you can't. They said just get a credit card, and I said no. Fuck Scotia.
All right.
banks always
So
try to push credit cards. It's like
all
their
right.
thing. They
So
want you
I actually want to move on. Vivi,
Yeah,
what was the question about
ways to
the
make
money making?
money.
y'all
Share
Oh
the
wow,
ways.
she's just listening.
y'all lost me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm
I'm
dead.
actually
Yeah, I think she was asking about ways to
Yeah,
make money or
so
something like that.
yeah, I've been waiting to ask this as well as a way to make money before you get into like online stuff. Like one thing I've done a couple times has worked for me is using like the money that I don't use to borrow with, not to borrow, to throw partner with the bank. That's just a way that I
no
get a bit of
partner
extra
with the
money.
bank.
Yeah, that's what my advisor told me to do. Like money that I never touch, I put it
Advisor.
like don't
Yeah.
worry about that.
You don't have an advisor?
Can I afford an advisor? Like what the heck is going on here?
Listen, okay.
It's not like that. I don't pay for an advisor. I use my parents' advisor and they don't pay for the advisor either. It's just like
Okay,
a friend that they
so
made in the past.
You see, I don't know
so
what
I would say
I have
I would
bridging
say
with
that
Guys,
accounting and
leave
what
this
we do.
space right now.
No, we pre that. But
I
what I do, I have people who do accounting and them stock market and them money management
yeah.
stuff. And all of these are, yo, bring your computer, come give me or any other IT problems I work on it, and you just advise me properly about money. And it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, but like
okay.
throwing partner with the bank, like if I have money, let's say I just want to throw a quick 50 and I get like 75 back. I'm not touching that money anyways, and I get 25.
Yeah,
So
I
Do
get
that with
that.
my money.
You have to tell me about
I
that
would
one. 'Cause I
have
don't
to
know about that one.
I would
Yeah.
have to
What's that
agree
thing?
with I would have to agree with Maroon. Like, have an advisor. You, some advisors, actually most advisors, are generally free. Like they give financial advice for free. Like if you, well, like Blood Clot over here, if you have the right connections, you can get the best advice for free.
Reggie, no need to
Yeah.
make enough free.
But like, what was about that thing with the borrowing loan? Like my account, I have Scotia, I have another bank, and I have Edgecom, which is just like a credit union where I put the money that I don't ever want to have to touch. And they offer partner plans that you can throw with the bank. So like, since I don't use that money, every now and then I'll throw a partner with the bank. I don't have to worry about that money being tied up. And at the end of the time period, I get more money. And the money that I get from Edgecom, I'll, for example, go to Scotia and try
Boy,
to
Maroon,
throw
you
a
need to
partner
tell me
with
more
them.
about that. 'Cause I've never heard through
It-
partner with the bank before.
It's not really a bank.
I never
It's
heard
not a
about that
bank,
too,
correctly.
and it
It's not
sounds
a bank.
nice.
And I've,
It's
So
a credit union.
I've
It's a
never
credit
heard of
union thing.
such.
Yeah.
I've
And
never
I
heard
don't.
of.
Go
I've
ahead.
never heard
So
of 50% interest so
I'm
quickly.
just using an
That
example.
No, it's just
oh,
random. It's
oh,
just random
Yeah.
numbers. But the credit unions
that
credit unions out here
50%.
generally have the credit unions have a partner plan that they have
Yeah. So like,
because
because
alright.
I keep my money in a credit
So
union that I don't spend, I just throw partner with them.
yeah, because it's easier
so
out here. It's easier for people to join the credit unions. Like as Eddie come with Maroon saying, if you're a student on campus, you can
uh
literally you can join the credit union on campus literally in like 5 minutes. Just show them your student ID, have two people who know you for like a year, sign a paper, and have the requisite amount to open the account. Go. And you can literally throw like I think their smallest partner is about $4 grand a week, or no, like there's one for $2 grand a
5
week or
for me.
5. Okay,
Yeah.
and then all you have to do is just put in your account. So what most people do is drop the money in a lump sum. I think that's what Maroon does. So like argumentatively,
Yeah.
50 grand you straight in your account. Your regular account is going to give you interest every month, regardless of reducing balance. And all it does is go over to your partner plan every week. And when the partner finishes running its course, it goes back into your regular account. And you can just sign a document to them and tell them, say,
Yeah.
yo, I want this every week once the partner done. So you literally set it and forget it.
That's what I do because I don't like going to the bank, so I don't even have to go and drop the money. They move the money where they want to move it. I get my statements to make sure everything is going right, and they just handle everything.
Yeah. I have
so
one of those too.
Yeah.
in terms of the money making aspect, my advice is to capitalize on the skill that you have,
Yeah.
or the few skills that you have. I For me, I am well, I wouldn't say a whiz, but I am very proficient when it comes to fixing computers and building computers. So I capitalize on that skill. Whatever hobby that whatever hobby you have that you enjoy, there is always a way that you can make money on that. So
Yeah.
And
you know.
So, I'm gonna be a little more specific because you guys are speaking in, like, I don't know, hieroglyphics. But
Hieroglyphics.
one great way to make money is websites, business websites like Fiverr and
Yeah.
that other
Upwork.
one I can't remember. Upwork. Yes.
Upwork.
Fiverr and Upwork. Honestly, if you're home and you don't have nothing else to do, or you're broke and you need a little extra money, Fiverr and Upwork are really good starts. And I definitely recommend it. I need to go back onto Fiverr because Fiverr is great. A lot of people tend to not want to do it because you have to start at $5 and you only get what, $4 out of the $5, and then by the time it reaches in your bank account it's like $3.75. But it adds
Over
up,
time.
and that's what
Yeah.
people don't realize. It literally adds up. So Fiverr and Upwork, and literally the skills for these are so easy to learn. You can make thumbnails, you can do voiceovers,
essays.
Yeah. That's
you
what I
can
was
write
gonna
essays for
say.
people. Like, there's literally so much that you can do. Just like how Yuki said, capitalize on your strengths. Literally just capitalize on your strengths. If you're a writer, you can make money writing on Fiverr, and there's always somebody who's going to hire you. A lot of people get discouraged because like you might only make like a 1 order or a 2 order in your first month or your first 4 months, but it always picks up, and that's kind of where I started, like Fiverr.
Same.
So,
Can I share an experience that I had with somebody who used Fiverr?
Sure.
Okay, so when I became an affiliate on Twitch, I started getting these whispers from this person who said, "Oh, you know, if you'd let me, I could get you organic followers, and you know, we could get you to partner like real soon." And I, to my credit, I actually found every way to like avoid like the general topic. So basically, I pulled a Vivid because I don't know the person, and I felt now, seeing as I got hacked that one time, I really don't trust the internet, you know, with stuff. So whatever someone comes, you know, approaches me with, I generally take it with a grain of salt. And I put it, you know, on the back burner until I feel like, okay, what I'm doing is not working. Maybe I can, you know, fall back on this. But honestly, I have not returned. They sent me their Fiverr link. I went on it, and I'm like, oh damn, I really have to pay, but I have no money right now. So seeing as they are actually like legit, I want to like, you know, enlist their help, but I need to like open my own Fiverr account to start, and you know, start selling my own skills, so I can, you know, be able to make partner eventually on Twitch and, you know, make more money
You can
than I do now.
literally anything on Fiverr. I've seen persons who are literally here just to be an online friend. Like you want somebody to talk to.
I am that person.
$5 an hour on a phone call. You know,
I made like $500 talking to people because they didn't have anybody else to talk to.
That's great. That's just like people can
Wait,
do that.
so okay, so off topic. Am I just lucky because I get to talk to you for free?
Yeah. I charged I don't know, like $15 for 30 minutes. So I was making good money for talking to people. But in my defense, and this, I mean this in all racist ways, white people are weird. Because the things that they, well, that part, but the things that they would sit and talk to me about, I'm just like, are you serious right now? Like, okay, all right.
I feel like they wanted a, you know, a therapist, but they didn't want to pay that much for it.
Some of them just want a friend. Like they're socially awkward.
Yeah.
They can't meet people in real life, and they just want somebody that they can
That's fine. I'll take the money.
You know what?
You know, another thing you should look at. Marion, you want to go first?
You can go ahead and then I'll go after.
Oh, I was just saying that if you get a job on Fiverr or wherever that you think that you can't do, you can always try and post it back, because what I've seen persons do. So argument take Vivid said to me she need a new logo, and I say, yo, you know what, I'm gonna bid for it, and Vivid gives me the logo to them. I'm like, crap, I can't do this. You can repost a job for a cheaper price. Somebody else will take it from you, and then they'll do it, and they send it to Vivid. So when Vivid pays you, you take your cut and then send it on to the other person. So you get paid to do absolutely nothing.
That makes a lot of sense.
Question, quick question. Sorry, Maroon.
Yeah.
Is there anybody here that can do graphic design very well, like to redesign a logo, like they can actually make
That's what I
something?
do for a living.
Who's that?
I can't. I only recently got into graphic designing, and
Sorry, Toy
you know,
Soldier?
No, it wasn't me.
Soy Soldier didn't say anything.
That's King Q.
Okay, I didn't see who said it. I'll talk to you off here because I need to redesign a logo.
No
I
problem.
didn't hate graphics like nothing because anyway, sorry, that's after me. Go on, UK.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, I was going to say like I want to hear what Maroon has to say.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say like other things that are really simple. If you're in high school, like if you have an understanding of Microsoft Office Suite and all those things, simple things as like using the spreadsheets and stuff. I literally got paid by my neighbor like a good amount of money just to put in her customers into like a spreadsheet and stuff. And like
Yup.
Canva is free for the most part. If you teach yourself to use Canva, I've made simple ass business cards that people could go on there and do themselves, but they're just lazy, and I've made money from doing that. You just have to see something that, yeah, maybe everybody can do it, but they're too lazy to do it or they overthink it, and then
That
just
part.
advertise that. Simple things as video editing and creating, giving your ideas to people. That's how I make money.
Okay, I have one for you. I have one for you.
I honestly hold
I
on.
have a
Sorry.
sister who literally reviews wigs and she gets paid for it.
Oh, I was supposed to do that. And I started replying to the emails for it and then I stopped. Guys, don't be like me. Chase the bag. I'm lazy.
Alright, there are
I
actually a
have
few
money.
ideas that I could share, but again, I'm sorry, I kind of distracted. I'm editing and doing a lot of other stuff at the same time. But I'm for one, I do freelancing in terms of graphics, video editing. I edit for quite a lot of YouTubers.
Okay, that's nice.
But Forex is another thing. I started Forex like 3 years ago. The first year was completely terrible. I will not tell you guys that Forex is easy if you do decide to get into it. But once you actually get the hang of it, it's very good. When I just started, I lost like $60,000 my first month. But
that's what I was gonna say.
Did you
That's
just
why
say
we don't.
Can I?
You see that Forex thing, bro? I don't mess with that
would not
Forex thing. That
recommend it,
Forex
yeah, for
scares me. Like when you make money on Forex, you make money, but when you lose money,
Is that
when
scary?
you lose
Can I
money,
just
bro.
say?
yeah, so I was saying
Can I-
after the first year of actually accepting that this thing is not a game and it's not easy, I sat down, I did what I needed to do to learn this thing properly, and I've been successful on it since.
Can I just say that I haven't had the opportunity to use Forex, but apps like Adobe Photoshop and Premiere Pro, I have used those, and I'm actually certified in Premiere Pro, so I actually want to further my knowledge in Photoshop and not just have a certification, because to be completely honest with you guys, that was really just an easy certification, something I can just put on my resume. So I actually want to. What?
Yeah,
What?
we're saying Forex, not Photoshop.
I know, but like I said, I haven't had the in the whole graphic designing scheme. I haven't used.
No, I don't think you understand. Like you're buying foreign.
No, he's not talking about that. I think he's talking about something
You
completely
change it,
different.
kind of,
I
yeah.
think he's on a different topic.
Oh, you can't
Did
change
it-
it.
did it
Suppose
change
someone
it?
wants to comment.
Yeah,
I want to
Because we're talking about Forex and you're talking about graphic design.
Oh, because
Wait,
that
the person-
I thought
person that said that
Forex. Hold on, I was under the impression that Forex was another graphic designing software.
Oh
No, Forex
Oh,
is
you
money.
buy and sell currency space.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
I
I've
would
never.
not recommend that to people that are just starting out, because as you said, there's an opportunity to lose a lot of money. And like a
Yeah.
lot of people have scams based on Forex, where you're like, oh, come and
Alright,
Yeah,
for
those
Forex,
are
Yeah,
those
guys.
for
That's
Forex, I suggest that you get a demo account first. If you're not going to spend the time to learn it, which if you don't, then you're going to lose money. It's just so you go. But get a demo account and try and figure it out that way. But I would suggest that you go to the University of YouTube and figure it out because there's
I have a
it's a
question
serious
for you.
thing.
No,
That's
it's
clever,
very
that's clever.
serious.
You're good at
It's
it,
not
right?
what you said. It's not what you said. It's how you said it.
So you say
You
just
said that you're
go
good at
to
it
the
now, right?
University of YouTube, yeah.
What's that? El Bandolero?
Yeah, what you say now?
Yeah, you said you're good at it now, right?
No.
No,
I
was saying that I'm
you
good at
you
it.
is good at it. I just starting out. I have I know somebody who have materials and stuff. So I learning,
So
but
my question is for King Q then. You said you're good at it now.
Yeah.
So I want an honest answer from you now. How much have you actually made in a month from forex trading? And I ask this question because most of the people who claim success, they're either rich before or they become rich off selling classes. So I want to really know.
For I guess safety reasons, I'll get you to do an over under. I won't give you an exact figure.
I just want you guys to know, talking to you just now, I just made $12.
Oh wow. That's
you want
crazy.
to share your secrets with the stream now, Vivid?
Oh, I just made a thumbnail for somebody.
Cool.
Wow.
I thought she meant forex, but alright, whatever.
I am not into forex. I don't forex. Forex is not for me. Me not for forex. Me die. Forex kill. No thanks.
Alright, so for the person that asked, I'll say just this. The most I've ever made in like 2 weeks is like $750,000.
Wow. Who did I get?
So, as someone as uneducated as me in this topic, can someone explain to me what exactly forex is? Because
forex is basically when forex is betting but with currency. So
Not betting.
that's basically what it is.
It is not betting. Vivid, don't say that.
For example, you buy $500 worth of this.
It's
Vivid.
Why are you still on betting? Jesus Christ! Alright, go ahead and explain it.
Much love, Vivid, but I need the people who actually use it to like tell me what it is.
Alright, no problem.
Please, before you guys go ahead, please just don't turn this into a whole forex conversation.
I feel like it's going to.
No, I just need a quick explanation because y'all made it very clear that I have it completely wrong.
You want to take this one or you want to go through?
You can go ahead. As I said, I'm editing and shit.
Alright, so the simplest way to say it is that you're buying one currency, because currencies are sold they're quoted in pairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically buying it after looking at the market to decide whether or not you're going to have more, it's going to appreciate or depreciate in value.
Oh, okay.
So argument's sake, you're buying US dollars and hoping that it's going to depreciate or appreciate against versus the pound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's trades.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have to only trade currency. You can trade metals, stocks, anything. But that's for a different day. Not turning Vivid stream into a forex class.
Alright. I'll DM you and so I can get like a better understanding of it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say for persons who are young and want to make money, like avoid forex until
Really and truly.
avoid forex until you have money. Like when you have money, can lose. Like you have something can lose.
Can I let me phrase that a different way? Don't avoid forex. Avoid a live account.
Perfect.
Yes, true.
Anyways.
Honestly, to me,
if you're using a demo account, you can't make money from that, so it doesn't really matter.
What I was saying is in reference to.
But it's like training wheels my room because you're not gonna just go up on the road.
I know, but we're talking about ways to make money.
Yeah, so what I was saying is if you're trying to make money and you're finding ways, don't go into forex right off the bat because you already broke.
To me,
forex.
Yeah, if you have 30,000. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, to me, it sounds like having money is not really the issue. Is understanding a certain aspect of the stock market.
It's not like even that.
Not an aspect, more like the principle of stocks.
So just to jump into it real quick. it is not just that; it's also understanding other world issues because things halfway around the world affect how forex trade. But to get back to Vivid's topic, there are a whole bunch of online sites that you can go through. There's always, well, it's not really a formal market, but if you know university students, they'll always be the ones that are there who need assistance with projects and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not telling you to do this because it is against almost all school policies. But hypothetically speaking, you could do people's exams and projects and stuff. Hypothetically, I'm not telling you to do it.
I mean,
Managa, I don't want to be a part of this because Vivid knows where I'm coming from. Cannot have that. That's why I love this name. You know?
Okay. Text that to me.
Jordan.
Not Sherry unmuting herself so we can hear her be a customer server.
What was the topic?
Not this girl with the what was the topic. Mute and go on to the people them work first.
I heard Forex and I was intrigued.
No, we're done with Forex.
We're not doing Forex anymore.
What are we doing?
Sorry. Somebody was talking.
Jordan, please mute.
Sherry.
Yeah, I was saying another thing that persons have been talking about, and it's something that I've seen but I haven't really done it. It's Amazon, what is called drop shipping.
Yeah, drop shipping is super
it's very good.
Popular right now.
Yeah, if you want to get into retail or whatever the case is.
I actually don't know.
Basically,
it's.
Go ahead.
Can I?
No, I wasn't gonna explain it.
Well, drop shipping.
Never mind. I guess I'm going to go ahead.
Drop shipping is basically when you get products. Yo, Sherry really want to be a part of this conversation and she at work. Do you want to explain it?
Yes, I do. So, Hi guys, I'm Sherry. So, what drop shipping is? This is when people
and accents.
I'm dead.
People buy products cheaper from like China or anywhere else we sell the product cheaper and then sell it back for like Amazon, eBay, or them have them own website where them sell it back for like a more higher price. Like you get the product for $3 and sell it for $27. Like if you're in a Jamaica, just imagine them will buy a machine and come back and sell it for $6,000 where them know they get it.
To add to that, it's you don't even need the product in hand. Literally, you just post a picture of it on Amazon. Somebody sees it. Let's say, for example, a television. You post it for $300. You post a picture of somebody. This is the order. You get the funds, and you can get that same TV from a direct supplier in China, like $250. So you're making $50 from that, and all you did was just click a button. The supplier is the one that's actually shipping the product to the person. All you did was just post a picture and change the price. Literally.
Yeah, but for that, I feel like there's a lot of setup that goes into it in terms of.
Can I talk experience? Go ahead, though, Jody.
No, it's okay. You can go.
Oh, so yeah, what I used to do, well, in high school, actually, I used to actually drop ship Jamaican products, and to my surprise, it's actually popular, especially like don't ask questions, but people like Rough Rider. Don't know why people buy Rough Rider, but it was a good selling product. Jablum coffee, bleaching cream. Don't ask questions, but they're actually popular.
Leave it to Sherry to turn the conversation into this. God.
Only Sherry.
Only Sherry, bro.
David, have you guys discussed affiliate marketing as well? Or I think that's his called.
I don't even think we got to that point.
I think we're just trying to keep it in the realm of saving and making money.
No, affiliate is good as well. You can mention affiliate product. Like, okay, for example, let me tell you how people. So affiliate programs, which is not the best way to make money, but you can still make money on affiliates. It's basically where people use your link and you make a percentage when they buy. But let me tell you a little something about people. People are so mean, they're so stay bad, and they will not use your links. And I'm telling you this. I remember when I was pushing my Fortnite link, my creator link. All you have to do is put my name in when you purchase your V-Bucks. It doesn't cost you any more. It doesn't cost you any more. And I get a percentage of what you pay. And nobody wanted to use it. It's like literally all you gotta do is write in the code, but nobody wanted to use the code.
Wait, is that code still active?
I doubt it. I stopped using it, honestly.
I was actually talking more online, like, for argument's sake, like Vivid, everybody's gonna follow Vivid and whatever. And let's say that Vivid has these headphones. You literally just put your affiliate link out. Yo, people say, yo, Vivid, where you get the headphones? Oh, link is in my bio. They click it, it takes them straight to Amazon or wherever. There's no requirements for them to put in any sort of Vivid name or anything like that. And it just works.
I did say that earlier. Like,
yeah, you said that you have to put in your name in there.
No, before I talked about the Fortnite code, I was saying that you put your link in your bio and people don't want to click on it.
And then,
there are so many people that all they need is the website, and they'll rather search the website and then search the product on the website.
Yeah, people are scared to click links. Like, it's honestly, I personally don't like clicking links that people say are in their bios, because majority of the time it's either something to hack into my account on Instagram or whatever the case is. And I usually just avoid that on a whole.
Yeah, I know all about being hacked on Instagram. Trust me, I lost my first account there, but you know. You live and learn, right?
Indians took over my computer.
Wow. Where is that?
They followed themselves on Instagram and then posted on their story, "Thank you for 50,000 followers." Like, be so for real.
They also hacked your YouTube, by the way.
Yes, they hacked my YouTube, they hacked my TikTok, but I got back my TikTok very same minute. They hacked
You're welcome, by the way.
So every account I have,
rip to the Facebook though, that can't be recovered.
Yeah, I actually, ironically, Facebook is what saved my TikTok. Because Facebook woke me up in the middle of the night with like a warning saying that I need to change my Facebook password, and then it in return forced me to change my TikTok password. And that's the only reason my TikTok and Facebook got saved. Because Facebook was like, yo, are you trying to delete your account right now? If not, you gotta change this password like right now.
Oh, so you managed to keep your pictures on Facebook? Or those are still gone?
No, they're actually up. My Facebook never, I thought it deleted, but it actually never deleted. It went into recovery mode and it was just like a non-existent page. But everything was still on it, and when I got it back up, it was perfect.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually really lucky.
I know. I know. It's funny because the only information I really lost was on my PC where I had to wipe it.
Yeah, everything. When I start bossy ears, but back up off your computer.
Yeah. Guys, yeah. I was in Fort Lauderdale today, last year.
Yeah. That's it.
I
thought you were.
I want to leave. I hate it here.
Don't know why that had anything to do with
Oh,
Facebook
well,
thing. I was waiting on it.
I'm
to
actually
Yeah,
link
I was so lost a while ago.
I'm
Yeah, I
on
was so
I'm on
lost.
I'm on Facebook right now, and the first thing that pop up on my page
No, that's
is
the thing about Facebook and
your
Snapchat.
stories from a year ago, and the very first thing that is here is me walking through the Fort Lauderdale airport.
So
So
Facebook and Snapchat be doing the most. Like they would literally just pop up. Oh, this was you today, 6 years ago.
yeah, so that's why I mentioned it. But I like that they do this. I like seeing what I was doing last year. I mean, this
No,
one
I
hurts
had
me
too
because
many
I
pictures of my
wish.
exes.
Yeah, I have a
Oh.
very strong love-hate about that.
And
Yeah.
this is so frig up, but I mean, no, it's not frig up. I really don't feel anything whenever I see like pictures of my exes come up in my Google Photos. It's just like memories. It's just that's where I was at that point in my life. Moving on. I don't know.
Funny story. Today, me and my girlfriend were cleaning, and she found
Cleaning,
a
huh?
note.
Yeah, Oma.
Oh,
She found
oh,
a
you
love
playing.
What was she cleaning? Wax on, wax off.
No, that was after. So she found a note that I got from my
With its
ex,
face.
and
I hate Vivid
it
right
was
now.
weird. Like I don't know where the note came from, but she found this note that the same girl that I talked about on the previous podcast.
The wicked girl.
Oh, the one
was
that
a
hurt your
love
feelings?
note.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Wicked girl.
it was a love note, and she's like, this is not my love note, and I'm like, me never know which note it was, and I'm looking and I say, oh, it was whatever. So yeah, that was completely unrelated, but because you mentioned
Wait,
Love life
let me
after.
just see how bad the situation was. Do you write the girl love notes?
Oh no, fuck no.
Yes, yeah. I can see how bad the situation was then.
Yeah, I don't do anything like that. It was just something that I probably had somewhere. How long? Because
I want a love note.
I'll write
Don't
you
worry,
a love
I'll
note,
write
don't
you
worry.
one.
See, you have two of us
They're
ready.
getting two coming.
Listen, I don't know about this common one that you're gonna be
No,
getting.
no come commoners. No call your cocky a community body. Relax.
Hey, oh,
Boy.
Jesus. Hey.
Says the whore.
Oh. Hey.
You know,
That one, the violation.
Unless you are
personally, I would
else a bit worse.
Next
That's another way to
caller.
make money, yeah.
Next caller.
I'm not the one who want every man that come up off Amigo.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
We're talking to the road there of you. Give it have screenshots.
Got screenshots? Got screenshots? Don't worry, I have the receipts too. Test me, bitch.
There we are. Bex because you're not signed the prenup.
That's crazy.
Next coming out. Yo. Anyways, moving on.
No prenup.
Anyways, how else can I make money? I'm broke, guys.
Okay.
How we move from
Another way you can
Mickey, and
make
Sherry,
money
we're
is
giving two.
Can I talk about
another
scamming?
way you can make money is streaming. Like
That is a
people
good one,
don't
especially in
know
this time.
how good streaming is when it comes to money. And I'm not talking about YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and Twitch is garbage. Let's start there. YouTube and Twitch is absolute garbage. Unless you're like unless you have a huge fan base, it's not something I would recommend to anybody. However, you do have apps out there that need streamers, and you can get signed by agencies, and even if you don't get signed by an agency, these are still good apps to stream on, because once you are entertaining, even in the slightest, you can make good money from streaming. You just have to be consistent, which I'm not. So don't be like Vivid. Don't be like Vivid. Be consistent.
Kind of go off of what you're
Don't be
saying
like-
about streaming. You have to understand that streaming can take a lot out of you as well.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of
treat it like
energy,
a
it
job
takes a lot of
sometimes.
effort. It literally have to treat it like a job.
I was
Yep.
treating
I
Twitch
mean,
like a job.
it
and-
is a job. But notice what I just said a while ago. YouTube and Twitch
Yeah,
is
Twitch.
garbage.
Bro, I was so excited when I got affiliate for Twitch. Like, so damn excited.
Everybody
Yes, I'm gonna
does.
make money.
Yeah.
I'm streaming 8 hours a day. Bro, 8 hours a day. I'm getting my little but nobody's subscribing. Like, what the fuck? Subscribe, nigga. Like, you're
Listen.
watching my content. Fuck,
Dude,
subscribe.
the most money I made out of Twitch is when I was doing the people who shall not be named kind of stuff. And you know what? I am this close to going
I
back
remember those
there.
people.
I am this close to going back there just for Twitch. Only for Twitch. Maybe for Trovo. Only for Twitch. I don't know. But, brother.
You really?
Yeah, maybe. Just for some extra money. I mean, why not? It's not like it's not already out there. But,
So,
but like,
just saying, I don't
what
know
I'm
how
saying,
lawyer
can I
standards are going to
finish,
go.
please?
Sorry.
It's okay. So, when it comes to Twitch has specific biases. So if you're not really entertaining, and even when you're really entertaining, you still can't make it. But I found when I was doing regular Twitch stuff, being cute and talking about funny stuff and engaging with my audience, I was making about, I want to say like $10-15 a month. When I hopped into a bikini and stood by the water, I went, oh, the water is so cold, guys, I'm so nervous. And then turn around and jiggle a little bit. I made about $300 to $500 a month off of Twitch. So from $10 to $15 to $200 to $500. So let's keep that in mind, that Twitch has their priorities.
I mean, it's what's making them the most money.
Yeah, but streaming on Twitch, when I made my first $500 off of Twitch, I thought that the only way I could make money off of any of these websites is to be really sexy. And because I was with this specific team, I didn't have anybody telling me otherwise, so I just really thought that the only way I could do that was, you know, to be overly sexy. But then I found out through somebody who hates me now, big up yourself, still love you even though you hate me, that there are agencies that pay to stream, and I started getting paid to stream. And this is where I really started to see that streaming is actually and can be a full-time job. And okay, let me say this before I say like the monetary value of this app or what it was, because it's no longer this anymore. And most of these streaming apps,
Are we talking about the P app?
yeah, we're talking about the P app. So not even just the P app, but listen to me. If you decide that the way that you want to make a little extra money is streaming, you have to know that 1, it takes up a lot of your time. 2, for the first few months, you probably don't make any money at all, right? And even if you are making money, it's not a lot of money. Is there a 3? No, I think we're just gonna stay with the 2. But
Probably.
when I first started, like fully streaming as like a full-time gig, I was only making like $250 a month. That can't sustain nobody. And then I went to 300, and then I went to 500, 600, and I made my first $4,000 in 1 month, and I couldn't believe that. I don't know how much that is in Jamaican dollars, but I couldn't believe that I made $4,000 in 1 month. And then I made $6,000 in 1 month. And then I made $7,000. I think the most I've ever made streaming in 1 month is $7,500. I don't know. I'd have to check. But that's like 1.2 million Jamaican dollars, 1.3 million Jamaican dollars in 1 month. And that's the most money I've ever made in a month in my entire life.
Is that the situation where you said you were a millionaire for a day?
I was a millionaire for a few weeks.
But if you
what
I know guys, but if you turned to chopping the line, you could have done that in a week.
Oh my god.
Can you hear the mobile?
I already
Can you hear the mobile that's run out of your Cho.
This girl, anyways.
Work smart and not harder.
We literally
for the
said,
young viewers out there.
Wow, that's crazy. Guys, don't listen to Sherry because we're not chopping the line. That's the worst thing to do.
we
things.
we
But
we
Skull around
I
this.
say this not as a bragging point. I say this to show you that there is a growth in that community that you can reach. So, like I said, the most I made at the time was $250 for the month, and I went all the way up to 7,000 something. And there are people out there that was making $10,000, $12,000 a month on the same app that I was making $7,000 on.
You said
So-
that app is no longer.
Nah, the app is trash now. That's the thing that these apps do is they'll offer really good pay because they want an increase in people who come and stream and whatever. And when they get to a certain point, they'll start to reduce their pay, and eventually all of the really upper streamers will leave, and it's just left with a bunch of scraps, but they're gonna make money off of the scraps, so they don't care. So yeah, but I mean, there are other apps. You can stack apps. You don't have to do one app. A lot of these apps, they only require about 32 hours from you. At one point I was only doing 32 hours a month worth of work, while y'all are at your 9 to 5s doing, I don't know, 100 hours a month. I don't know. I was only doing 32 hours a month.
About
like-
80 hours a month.
Like
80?
yeah, I don't know. I was doing 2 hours per day. That's all I did. 2 hours of work per day, and then I spent the rest of the day being idle. So, but you're not gonna start there. You can't start there. You can't start there. Everything that you do in life, you have to work your way up. And I would never say to do streaming as a side gig, because it takes up way too much time. It's either you're gonna fully commit or you're not going to do it at all. It takes up way too much time.
Yeah, I noticed that myself, because for the quantity of stuff that I do, and especially with the amount of content creators that I work with, I was like, all right, I enjoy how the streaming looks and whatever. So I was like, all right, in my free time, I'm gonna stream. It was not worth it.
It wasn't, and it won't be.
I want to get back to streaming. But work and life and Jaja.
Work and life and Jaja indeed. Felt.
Bro, I tried the work and the life and the stream. Fuck that! Something I forgive. Not possible.
It's just
Not
because,
possible.
I guess it's my mindset, because I can't say I'm going to stay home and just full-time streaming and don't make money for a couple months. Bills got to be paid.
Exactly.
And due and all of that.
Not
So I have
everybody
to find
can
a
have
way.
that.
Yeah. If I was in a situation where I didn't live by myself, yeah, I would be streaming full time, because I have all these bills and so forth. I can't say, all right, I'm not gonna make money for a good 4 months. I'm gonna just tell my landlord, say, yo, I just call JPS and say, yo, may I stream and the thing not start work out yet. You see me just hold off.
I mean, even so, let's say that you had an income regardless of not working and just trying to make streaming work for you. You think you had the mental fortitude and that type of stuff to continue streaming?
Yeah,
Probably for your first few weeks, you probably will be streaming to like nobody, or probably
Let me tell
streaming
you.
to 2
Let me
or
tell
3
you this.
people.
When I started streaming on Twitch, it was a time in my life where I wasn't working. I was unemployed, and I do the 12 hours for the day me I stream for. I talk to myself and the moderator where Twitch would have showing there for get like a 1 view. And me alone, and me I go through till I gradually say 2 people, 3 people, we pop in and then jump back out. And I was doing that for like months, just doing that until I eventually got to I get a work, and then that I kind of pay my bills.
What I think, but feel like, especially if you're not a social person, if you don't like talk a lot, it just drain your energy.
Even when you do like to talk a lot, it drains your energy.
No, if you have put up a persona, because I know a lot of people, they're not themselves when them stream. Well, some people may know. And it's just like, yeah, be this person where you're probably not. And you do it consistently, constantly. Day in, day out. Feel like that draining. Feel like that just take your soul.
Yeah, for persons like those. For me personally, I have fun. I had fun when I was streaming. I used to just want to just play games, and it was my way of just releasing. To the point where I stopped playing with certain people because they were just draining my energy. Like I had a set of people that I used to always play games with, but they were too serious, and I was just trying to have fun. I was just trying to build a vibe on my stream, and they were just cutting that vibe. So I kind of just say, oh, me and you're not playing no more. And I just like when I have a certain vibe while I'm streaming or playing my games.
Yeah, I understand that. And for me, I consider myself a sociable person. Like, I like being around people. I like dancing, talking, vibing, whatever. But as somebody who communicates with people every day as my job, sometimes I just hate to know. Like, sometimes I just hate everybody. I don't want to talk to nobody. It's like, it's not even... I didn't hear what you said, Sherry.
Said y'all here heard it here first. We would hate us.
No, but like, be so for real. Like, I can't stand you guys sometimes. It's not even you guys. Let me be specific. I just can't stand people. I can't stand nobody sometimes.
I feel
like
you.
I don't want to be on the phone, and I feel like it's contributed to how bad I text. Don't get me wrong. I was bad at texting prior to doing this full time, but now that I do this full time. Now that I do this full time and I have to communicate with people every single day, I don't want to have to text and call on top of it. Like, you guys see me post on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat. Y'all know I'm not dead. I think that's all that matters. And also, it makes me look as if I don't care about my friends because, like, I won't check up on them. But really and truly, I just don't... I just don't be wanting to communicate. Like, I will watch you from a distance. I feel like if you put up a status, you're good enough for me. If you have any issues, call me. I will listen. Like, if you want to cry, if you want to vent, call me. I will answer. I will always, if I see the call, I will always answer. If I see the call when I'm busy and I say I'm going to call you back, I can't say I'm definitely going to call you back because I forget.
That's fucked.
But, go ahead. But
No, I was saying.
yeah, go ahead. No, sorry, you speak.
All right. Yeah, I was just adding to that because even when I say, look, I'm an introvert, my girlfriend always says, how can you be an introvert when you talk to people? Like, you want everybody a friend. I'm like, yeah, it's not that I like talking to people, it's just that I have to because I believe in networking is going to help me out in the future. I believe that knowing people is going to get me somewhere. Like, if I have a business and just knowing this person who knows this person is going to get me far. So I'm friendly with everybody, but majority of the time I'm not in the talking mood. But if you come to me and talk to me, you gotta have a good conversation.
Yo, if we on this topic of kind of topic of honesty, sometimes I hate talking to you guys because there are times when I don't know what y'all are saying, and other times I feel like I'm just like obligated to speak to you guys because, like, you know, we in the same server, and, like, you know, there are times when communication is a thing. So, you know, I rate y'all like highly, but y'all just annoy me sometimes to a point where I just don't want to talk to y'all.
I mean, that's understandable. We wouldn't be friends, like actual friends, if we didn't annoy the absolute shit out of you.
That's true.
But yeah, this all stems from welcome. But we're just humans. Well, at least I know I am. I never know what y'all be saying, but I just enjoy y'all socially. Thank you, Hellowood. Yeah, honestly, like, I get that. And for the non-Jamaicans in the chat, I know sometimes we talk some things that are like jargons to y'all, and it's just like, what are you saying?
Can I go?
Yes, you can go.
I would say ask us. Like, if you didn't understand something, just say it in the chat.
But I can also understand not asking, because, like, I can't tell you how many times I've been in a situation where somebody's talking to about something, and I just don't feel like asking what they said, and I just go, oh, that's so cool. Like, I know I didn't understand. I know I don't know what's going on. But here I am, telling you it's so cool. What's so cool, Tia? I don't know.
Just smile and nod.
Just smile. Exactly, just smile and
Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave.
Smile and wave, boys.
That's a real thing.
Back to the money making thing.
Yes.
This just popped up in my head. One advice I would tell people: if you want to make money, don't sit on your ideas. Like,
I was gonna say that.
One thing I have learned, and it's basically this: like, find a problem and a solution for that problem. So if you see where in your country there is a problem with a lack of something, find a way how you can actually bring that lack of something. If you know that there's a lot of markets that, for example, everybody in your community, everyone in your community is selling shoes, don't try selling shoes because persons, you can, yes, but at the same time, what's missing? Like, people need socks.
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but like, this is really important for me because I want to attest to this, where I recently, y'all have a good night, blessings later, Hellowood. I recently just had like a major punch to the guts. So ever since my very first time going to America, I used to always find these selfie worlds all over America, and I love them. Like, every time when I go to a selfie world, I'm like, man, Jamaica needs one of these. And I spoke to Mega, and I was like, yo, Mega, I want to make a selfie world in Jamaica, and I know I don't have the money, but I know I can make it happen. And I sat on my butt cheeks and I told myself, next year I'm going to start planning out my selfie world, and I'm going to start looking for places to put it. And 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, somebody put up a selfie world in Kingston. And I was just like, I sat there and watched her live opening, and how people were talking about how it's a great idea and how they wish they thought about it, and how her idea is so unique. And I was just like, I'm just twitching, because I'm like, I literally wanted to do this. And now if I do this, people are going to be like, oh, well, we have another selfie world, but it came from this selfie world. Like, it triggers me. So, guys,
if you want to do it, if you have a passion for it, do it. Don't make the existence of another one stop you.
That's what I say as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And they ended up creating their own little ones, and they're now making money. They don't pay me to play games anymore.
Yeah.
And take me, for example, if you remember the stuff that I told you, even though you told me that there are like 1 or 2 persons doing it, I am trying to find a way to make my thing different and bigger. So regardless, it still should work.
Yeah,
So,
because imagine if Wendy's or Burger King or McDonald's or whatever said, oh, that person's already making burgers, let me not make burgers.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Gregory
true.
was monopoly of virtual reality, and look at that. Look how many VR places there are. There's one on Dunrobin, one in Ligoni. You know, there's so many
now. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I completely agree with you guys. That's also a good point to make. But I was just saying, don't sit on your ideas, guys. Go for them.
Yeah,
That's the point that I was making.
Yeah,
and
also,
YouTube can be your best friend, guys. Trust
even
me, you learn a lot.
let's say you like a company and that company does not do what you're interested in. If you think that idea or whatever you do can benefit that company, actually push the idea to them. You'll never know, because my expertise is heavily in the creative aspects of the world, and I approached the government of Jamaica with my shit, and they gave me a contract, and I work for them now, and I make good money from them, and I do animation for the government. The government don't really need animation, but I convinced them as to how it can help them.
I'd like to point out that the government also didn't need a big $1 million Negril sign.
So what would happen if they decided that alright, they could use this, and they decide let's put a public bid, which is what they're supposed to legally do. Just saying.
So I think it was King Q who just spoke about the government thing, and that right there, he's a beautiful example of just go for it. Quite literally, you can make money anywhere, anyhow. All you have to do is go for it. A lot of people do not go for it. Just go for it. The most they can do is tell you no or not reply at all. The most they can do. I have a friend who literally what he does, he spends all of his days making these nice, beautiful designs and sending them to companies in their emails with his watermark over it. Be smart, guys. And being like, hey, I do graphic design. I made this for your company and I can sell it to you for this amount of money. He did that for months and months and months and months and months. And now he has a full-time contract with KFC. Everything with KFC posts, he's the one who's making it. Well, not everything, but you know what I'm saying. The logo stuff, the graphic design stuff, he's making all of it. And it's not because KFC went out and was like, hey, you random person with like 10 followers, you want to make us a design? No, like he reached out to them. He's like, hey, this is what I do. Here are some examples of what I can give your company. Because a lot of the times, if you want to work for a company, or let me say this, you don't want to work for a company, you want to work with a company. There's a very important difference, and you need to always remember that. You don't want to work for them, you want to work with them. Because when you work for a company, oh my god, okay, cool, they're giving you insurance and treating you like shit on top of it. Just saying, guys. But yeah, go for everything. The only shots you miss is the ones you don't shoot.
Yeah, you can't be, you seriously cannot be afraid in this world.
The correct phrase is you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That part, whatever he said. Good job, Miyuki. Yeah, I'm not very good at this.
You seriously cannot be afraid in this
even
world.
my system, so.
But yo,
you
King
can't be afraid of going for stuff in this world because, and again with what Vivid was saying, try to work with companies, not for companies. Because I can tell you that I've worked with Microsoft, I've worked with Adobe, but I've never worked for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a huge difference, and it's super important, not only to your pockets but to your mental health. Because when these companies they don't care about you. You're an employee, you can be replaced within the second.
So
can I ask a question? They use, they abuse, because
go ahead, Gordon.
Come on.
Which would be better, working with Microsoft or working for Microsoft? Because I'd rather work for Microsoft right now.
Well, I don't know about Microsoft. Microsoft
I used
is
to
not
work
Omega.
for Microsoft.
When it comes to Microsoft, they have they try to have a family type of feel when you work for them, and I would not discourage anybody from working with Microsoft or Adobe at that, but it's not something that I wanted per se, so that's why I didn't work for them.
Yeah, I could get that, because with Cinco, when I worked with Cinco, I say this all the time to people, and I mean it with my whole chest. Wisynco is the only company that I've worked for, that I actually cried leaving. Because Wisynco treats their workers so well. If they paid more money, it would be perfect. That's the only problem I had with Wisynco, is that their pay sucks by my standard. Let me say that, by my standard.
Pick them up somewhere.
Their pay was not great for me. But Wisynco is a family business. There's nobody on Wisynco property, not even the owner of Wisynco himself, that you call Mr. or Mrs. Nothing. everybody calls everybody by their first name. Everybody is quote unquote family. Like the vibe at Wisynco was so good. Yes.
You know,
I met him one time and I was terrified to call him by his first name, but I remember that's what they said, don't call anybody Mister. So I called him by his first name and I was shaking. And he was just like,
to get used to that shit.
Exactly. It's scary.
First name basis.
And remember, like living in Jamaica and seeing like Jamaican businesses, it's Mr. Brown to you. So like to be in a environment like that, it was very scary for me because I'm like, okay, Jack, and then I'd feel the shiver down my spine, and they're like, all right, Tia.
Really?
It's so weird. It's so weird.
The first creative company that I worked with was Main Event Entertainment Group.
Oh, I love Main Event.
Entering that place, I saw the CEO, I saw whatever, and everybody was on a first name basis. And I'm like, shit, Mr. Whatever. And he's like, no. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I've had that experience before when I was working at JNNB. It was the same first name basis thing. And at first, yes, it threw me off, but because our department head was like, no, not department head. I can't remember the structure of it because I'm the head of the entire systems department. Okay, head of our specific department, right? He was just chill. You know that person you can literally just talk to?
Yeah.
So everybody literally, like, at one point, I couldn't tell what was what because everyone was so friendly. We had a problem. I saw him, went on the phone because at this point, COVID, you know, say, yo, office, people are really did here.
Yeah.
He called somebody he didn't know because that person was new. And he's talking to that person, like, say, yo, him and that person, a friend from Wapikin, Philip. I'm like, what is something?
I hate that phrase.
I don't know when Wacky killed
Who are these people?
When Wacky killed Philip. Don't even know if it's
Just
Philip or
say that the
Philip.
experience y'all talking about, I've never had that type of experience in the workplace.
Wisynco was my very first. So I get that. It's not common in the Caribbean. Like, you do have businesses who do it, but it's not common. A lot of these businesses, they believe in the Mr. and Mrs. stuff. And I want to talk about whenever we have a chance, not this Caribbean roundtable, but like maybe the very next one or whatever. I want to talk about the whole dress code, the workplace dress code. Not even workplace, just dress codes in general, because they really do piss me off. I totally understand that we need dress codes for certain things, but like to go as far as to say that you have to wear a long sleeve and you have to skirts have to be like I think that is just so stupid. And the whole khaki thing,
One that annoys me the
Why
most.
can't I wear my earrings before? Like, I got in trouble with that judge because I had my earrings in. I looked at her and was like, are you serious? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
earrings.
It's stupid.
Nose rings and all of that.
You're not
And it's so funny because a lot of the things that we get right now, we get them from either slavery or the American system. And slavery has been abolished, I mean, in technicalities. In technicalities for a while now. And
you mean these wages though? I mean, Jamaican wages are basically slave.
Brutality, yeah. But like I'm saying, like, slavery has technically been abolished for a long time, and Americans, you can't even say it's the Americans anymore because Americans will wear short shorts and a crop top to work now. Like, these American people, brother, I remember one time I called my friend and I was like, are you going shopping? She's like, no, I'm on my way to work. I was like, your office work? And she was like, yeah. Like, why are you so shocked? It's hot outside. It's hot. It's like, girl.
But Vivid, like, you know how I go work with every single solitary piercing in. So easy me. It's not everywhere. Like,
I never said it was everywhere. I never said it was everywhere.
And then part of it is, I think that Jamaicans tend to, like, when companies have new hires, because I've realized it not just where I am, that once there's an overseas consultant, there's no pressure on them to conform to local or what is our normal dress codes. they allow them to come to work however they feel like or whatever they're used to.
Yeah.
So when they tried that at my office, I was like, here what me. See the minute you can tell that brother where you bring from foreign to put on a long sleeve shirt and hide all of his tattoos, because mine are hidden. But his are out there and they're very colorful. You see, you can tell him to stop show film tattoo them and take out film airing them, then he can come for me. Because you can't come for me as somebody who's there for a while and then you can bring in new people and allow that to happen.
Exactly. And you know what's so funny? I actually saw this TikTok from this lady. I think she said she was American. No, I'm pretty sure she's American. But anyways, she moved to Jamaica and she got a job at the radio station, and she came on TikTok to tell us how she was being sent home because she was dressed inappropriately, and she was so confused because it's a radio station, nobody's gonna see you, you're sitting down talking. And I was like it really just don't make no sense to me. Jamaican call centers are the most confusing thing ever, because I see you guys in suits and nobody is seeing you guys in person. So it's like, why are you in suits? It
Also,
makes no sense to
Everybody
me.
else is seeing.
A big issue as well is that in Jamaica, workplaces, natural hair is frowned upon. Like you are seen as looking unprofessional if your natural hair is looking a certain way.
Yep.
Which I hate. Like I remember working at a certain call center. Will not name that one.
I love how we don't name these businesses.
But there's this girl, right? She was on my team. She came to work. She always have on her wigs and all her stuff them. And this one day she came to work and she wore her natural hair and she plaited it up. Like neat plaits, neat parted and everything. And they wanted to send her home because it did not look professional and they don't know how she came to work looking like that. And I'm like, yo, this girl is wearing her one to when woman come with them lace front, a flip back, and it don't look proper and all these things. Why nobody says anything? But she's coming with her natural look. Like, come on! I've seen women with braid with them having for 8-9 months, and it'll get frizzy and ugly, and nobody says anything. But she came to work looking natural, and it was done properly, and it was an issue.
I've heard of that situation as well, and it puzzles me completely because if you're doing your thing, like at that point, the question is, what do you consider? What is professional? Like, what definition of professional is there so that you can have that as a standard? Because it's not like these people just flip the script as it goes.
It's even
Alright, guys.
schools,
So I would love to continue to have this conversation with you guys. I mean, you guys can continue to have it. Let me see. We're 2 hours 49 minutes in. My sister really needs me right now, and my parents are not home, so I need to go take care of her.
Okay.
So do you want me to leave the stream running so you guys can talk, or should I just end it?
I mean, it's really up to you whatever you feel comfortable with. Like, I don't mind.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree with me.
Yeah, if anybody is not going to really talk, then yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it sooner or later it's going to end up, with us talking foolishness.
Yeah. So you can just
we can just go that way. We can branch off into anything random.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna end it then.
Okay.
Yep, just chat the stream.
Alright, guys.
Yo, King Q.
It's been
Yo,
great. Thank you for being a
It's
part of
alright.
Caribbean Roundtable Talk, and I will see you guys Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Later, guys.
Okay, let's do it. Look at 10 days of the week.